too much. It's too much right now.
What do you mean it's too much?
It's too much.
It's not too much.
It's too much.
It's not too much.
It's too much.
It's just enough.
Hit him with the, hey, how you doing?
Hey, Elliott. I can't do Tony Soprano.
Hey, why you so dramatic, huh?
There you go. I like it. You bring it up a little bit.
Hey, why you so... I need a bleep. Why you so dramatic, huh?
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to episode 1 of the Do-Over Podcast. Not bleep this time. The Do-Over Podcast. We are... Oh, already. What the hell? We are...
You love it.
Oh, yeah. I love it so much. The slay pussy purr.
Hey, watch your language.
Jess. I'm sorry. Okay, well, we're going to get into that. I don't know if we should be watching our language, Jams.
Oh, I'm watching my language.
Are you?
Yeesh.
I haven't cussed in 5 days.
That's right.
You try to do this every single year.
I do.
She'll figure it out. We'll get there.
Eventually, it just doesn't
she'll break.
work.
She'll break.
I think she will.
She'll probably break today.
You guys are supposed to be my support.
Oh, no, we do support you.
I support
but
you.
I'm pretty sure you're going to break before the end of the show today.
Yeah, it's like when somebody says they're going to be sober. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Sober.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sober.
Yeah, whatever.
California sober. That's the only way to do it.
Anyways, good morning. Welcome to episode 1 of the Do-Over Podcast.
Yeesh.
Episode 0, that's in the books. Now this is our official future. The official show of the previously mentioned Drew Show is now the Do-Over Podcast. We're happy to be here. We got Jams right there.
Yes.
We got bar brass Jess right there.
Yes. Didn't we say that my name was going to be Phyllis?
Something like that, but nah, we're going to call you bar brass Jess.
No, we should have a segment where she like goes down conspiracy theories and we call it philosophical.
I like it.
That's just off the top of the head. That's just off the rip.
Yeah, I like that.
What conspiracy theory do you actually believe?
Okay, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it.
Say it.
Okay, Mattress Land isn't real.
Okay, no, give me the theory.
Okay, I think it's like one huge...
Okay.
I think it's one huge giant drug bust, but let me explain. I know somebody that is dating somebody that works at a Mattress Land.
Genius.
Okay?
Okay.
The person that works at Mattress Land is like, this is their only job, yada, 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 owns 2 homes,
Nice.
owns a cabin,
Yeah.
has like multiple boats and things. But they work at Mattress Land.
They might be in the Sopranos.
And wait, they work?
They work at Mattress Land
But
and
they
have
don't
all
own?
these things. No, they're an employee of Mattress Land. But have you ever seen a singular body inside
No.
of a Mattress
Yes.
Land?
Because I went mattress shopping once upon a time. And I got to tell you, it's a great date idea.
What?
It is a great date idea.
To be like a creep and be like, hey, how's that bouncy enough for you?
Babe, lay down.
Me and Lady
Let's
Jams.
test
Me
this
and Lady
out.
Jams were looking at mattresses around like August time because I was getting ready to move in, stuff like
Subtle
that.
flex.
Yeah.
You know.
We were just in the market for a new mattress. No biggie.
Well, no.
Just
So she's
thousands of dollars.
she's had this king mattress in her family for like 35 years that we were using. So it was like destroyed essentially. So we're like, all right, it's time we get a new mattress. And we're looking, and we can't afford any of these. We're like, these are so nice, and they're like $2,200 for like just the base model.
They have payment plans.
Yeah, we can't afford that.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we're like, well, let's just take these suckers for a ride. So we go in there, and this woman, the sweetest woman in the world, her name was Sandy. So you already know she's good people.
Right.
You already know she's good people.
You know she's salt of the earth.
Oh, for sure. And she was just like, let me take you through the ringer. Let me take you through the rounds. Try them out, Lema.
Yes, Sandy.
So
thanks, Sandy.
she
starts unbuttoning.
Oh, Sandy. We're sounding like John Travolta out there. No, but we tried out like all these mattresses we couldn't afford. I gotta tell you, it was so relaxing.
Were they so sad when you were like, all right, thanks for that, and you just leave?
No, well, like she gave us her business cards. Like if you're ever in the mattress game,
Right.
you let Sandy know. And I was like, Sandy, I'd run through fire and brimstone for you. friggin' rock was Sandy. Shout out Sandy.
Shout out Sandy.
Shout out Sandy.
Editor, put down right here. Just shout out Sandy.
Yeah.
Shout out Sandy.
And then a couple of air horns here.
I went to it was like a mattress, like a bed shop or whatever recently because I got the purple pillow.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh man, my pillow game be weak.
Yeah.
I need a better pillow. And of course, you know me. I go overboard and I find the most fucking expensive pillow I can find. And I go in there and you're right. There's never anyone in there, but I think they probably do primarily online sales and ship them out.
But there's multiple locations.
You're right.
And there's never anybody in them.
Let me clarify what you think the whole racket is.
She thinks it's a front.
You think it's a front for laundering drug money.
I do. I honestly, and then I saw someone tweeted about it, like from a different state, and
so
I
it's
was
been
like,
confirmed.
So
I'm not the only one that thinks
hard
this.
confirmed.
I'm
a tweet?
saying from someone that doesn't even live near me.
Right.
Like, oh,
was it specifically about Mattress Land?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You know what I used to think was a front was Baja Fresh.
I liked Baja Fresh, dude.
Man, there wasn't a soul in Baja Fresh.
Well, they're closed down.
They closed.
Well, yeah, but after like 40 years being in that corner, and that was before anybody used to go in that corner.
Right.
Like that was before the Red Robin got that. Baja Fresh was a cornerstone.
It was the only place that was there for so long.
Exactly. And then but there would always be like two people.
Right.
Like the employees that were always smiling. They were always just like, they knew you were watching.
So they were obviously
actors.
on drugs.
They're actors.
They're actors.
They're actors.
They're actors for the cartels.
It's like somebody's butt like, hey, I'll pay you X amount of money to pretend to work at Baja Fresh. I know their game.
Yeah.
Dude, I loved their steak burritos. I would go in there and get them all the time. Baja Fresh was a good look. It was Chipotle before it was Chipotle.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, Baja Fresh, El Pollo Loco, which one you taking?
I really like that cilantro dressing at El Pollo Loco.
Okay, that's true.
I can drink that shit.
That's like the green one, right?
Yeah, it's so
that
good,
one's
dude.
really good. Yeah.
I would probably pick Baja Fresh over it because of their salsa bar. Remember the salsa bar?
Oh, I remember them pretending to check it.
The salsa that's been there for like 5 days.
Their Roja salsa. Yeah, okay. Good one, buddy. You think I'm a schmuck?
No, I don't think you're a schmuck. I think you're hating on one of the best food establishments that.
Oh yeah, where is it?
I feel bad. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him. Man.
One of the best food establishments.
This is like
Baja Fresh.
no, this was like a couple of months ago when Boston Market went down. I was
Boston Market
went down. I was like, damn, dude, like that was my childhood.
Oh.
What?
And
I
Drew
can't believe
Drew was
that.
so like, well, then why haven't you supported him lately?
Yeah. Why haven't you? When's the last time you went to Boston Market? There was a Baja Fresh when I was coming up from Kettleman.
Mhm.
I think there's a Baja Fresh there.
There is,
And I was like,
Did
time
you
to
go?
get my. Yes.
Was it good? Because it's very gas station-y.
Yes, it was good. It was gas station-y, but it was still
The only
it was
gas
still good.
station was in his car after. This car's
Windows
electric,
up.
but it's running on gas today. Anywho,
You need to wear that cloak more often. You're funny today.
I know.
No,
that cloak's
well-
giving you powers,
Yeah.
man.
no, well, I've been sick for about 6 days now,
So
so,
you have the
I've got about
zoomies?
I've got about an hour left of life before I
Really?
just collapse.
No, so it's funny. The funny thing about this, so we all got sick.
Yeah.
Episode 1 of the Do Over podcast is 3 recovering sick people.
Mhm.
Jess, you got it first.
I did.
You got super sick.
Yeah, I was like, it was rough.
And you were losing your mind the other day, just barking noises.
Just barking.
Were you? Oh, no.
No, like literally
Were-
losing your mind.
Were you playing video games with Silks when I was?
Okay, yeah, no, this was, I want to say it was like Wednesday or Thursday, and we're trying to get through Baldur's Gate, Zoltan. And just in the back, you can just hear, I thought it was their dog,
Right.
like barking or dying. And I was like, what is that noise? Put it out of its misery. And he's like, that's Jess.
You want to do an example of
Well-
the sound?
So the other day, I'm like, I feel kind of better. I haven't seen daylight in days. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it was you. Maybe it was his brother. I don't know. Someone was on the other end of the headset, and I'm like, I I've got to let the sound out. It's gonna come out of me if I don't just do it.
Yeah. She's like, this is the time to see if our relationship is strong.
Fire in the hole.
No,
Just walk by.
my stomach made a sound the other day, and you know how sometimes you get like internal farts?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, when it goes like this.
it like sounds like a fart. And Silks like stared at me, and he was like, "What was that?" And I was like, "My stomach."
Why does it give you so much pressure
I don't know.
about your booty pressure?
I've been holding in my farts for so
The
long.
chamber of farts.
But so the other day, I'm like, hey, he has his headset on. Maybe he won't be able to hear me. And I go, and then he like looks at me, but then he like lets it go. And then I'm like, can I do it again? And then I go,
It's so stupid, but it was so funny because you're just trolling. Like, and you could hear him in the, oh, that's Jess.
yeah, she's like making donkey noises.
She's
or
making
something.
weird noises.
I'm like, I have.
That reminds me of like,
Zoomies.
I've been noticing this couple prank that's been going on social media lately where people will like, they're in the bed with their partner, but they'll put like one of those like quick foldable chairs
Mhm.
under the blankets and they'll lay on it. And they'll start making like possessed noise. So it looks like they're getting possessed and floating. And you'll really see like who's ride or die.
Right.
You'll see a lot of people that are like, oh my God, Barbara, no. And then you'll see a lot of other people just dip.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm out.
Just like,
Bye.
It's like, nope, the relationship wouldn't work.
What would you do if Lady Jams started levitating?
Like a demon possession,
Yeah.
dude.
I think I would drop kick her. And I think I would tell her to do the same. Which means I'm getting a broken rib trying this prank. But
Yeah.
you know what? It's
I would
worth it.
totally try to save Sarah.
No, you would
Oh,
not.
yes, I would. If she was being, yeah.
Would you start like praying over her?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I would pull up on Google real quick.
He'd be like,
Spirit Desante, and I'd be like throwing Latin at her. Like,
He'd be like-
through the power of Christ. Christ compels you.
she'd be like, I don't do the dishes. Have you done the yard work yet? It's like, no,
The
she's a
answer's
lost.
no.
He's like, no, she's a lost cause.
No. Yeah, sorry.
They
no,
got
she's
her.
gone.
Sorry,
She's gone.
sorry, girls, they got her.
You know, I want to say, you know what I really appreciate is that we decided to start filming our show right during holiday bloat season.
I don't
know,
love it.
I don't know about you guys,
Mm-hmm.
but I did last year. I lost about 40 pounds,
Mhm.
right? Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Mhm.
Period.
Yeah.
Add in
Slave-
that,
slave
add in
pussy
that like
purr.
studio cheering noise
Yeah.
down here.
I think I got one. Oh, hold on. I think I got one.
All right, now say it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, praise me.
Yeah.
So I lost about 40 pounds, like give or take, up and down, a few pounds, whatever. Holiday bloat season starts, and I'm telling myself, I'm like, I'm going to do great. I'm going to have one cheat meal, and then that's it.
Mhm.
I've been eating like for 2 weeks straight, and it's just chips and cookies and bullshit. And I've just been going ham, and I'm like, it's time to stop being
tummy ham.
Stop eating. Just stack up some ham on my
This
tum
dude,
tum.
was it last night or yesterday you called me?
It was
Yeah,
yesterday.
he called me yesterday and he's just like, yeah, I've just been in bed and I've just been eating cold cuts of ham on my tummy. And I was like, you eating tummy hams? Yeah, I just lay on my back and let the ham
I
rest
just
on
put
my
You're
tummy.
kidding.
No, I don't eat tummy ham.
He was eating some tummy ham.
Do you eat just cold cuts of ham?
Yeah, like no. If I have,
Yeah, he does.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
if I have like cold cuts, yeah, just throw in a cold cut
Yeah.
right in my mouth, just all.
Well, no, but
I
he,
hate
what he
that.
what he was like, I was like, are you wearing your tank top? Because he always wears the same
Yeah,
black tank top.
yes.
He's like, yeah, but I rolled it up, so it's like tummy ham. There's a saltness to it.
It seasons my meat.
I was like, Drew, ham's already salty. He's like, nah, but it doesn't have the salt that I need for my tummy ham.
That is diabolical.
I need more salt.
I was like, is this why you called me? He's like, oh no, I had podcast stuff I want to talk to you about, but tummy ham takes precedent. I was
Yeah.
like, you're right, you're right.
I
That's
wash myself with
diabolical.
soap on a stick.
Soap on a stick.
Yeah. How's the diet been for you, Jams?
Dude, being sick is the diet.
Yep.
I've eaten decent. Like I made chicken curry a few days ago. We went to sushi last night. But when you're sick, you don't eat as much. So, this is probably the skinniest I've been in months.
Really?
To tell you the truth. Yeah. I went to the gym twice last week, got sick. And so I'm like, I'm kind of like cut right now,
Well, since you've been in the relationship with like Lady Jams, have you gotten a little comfy?
Oh no, there was
like be real.
No, for sure. I would say from October to December, your boy was comf.
Super comf.
Your boy was it's so funny too because Martin's married now, and so he's gotten the marriage comf.
Oh.
And plus, like he studies 16 hours a day, so he doesn't really have the chance to like go out and exercise as much. So he got comf.
Really?
I got comf. So now we're both in like this, well, we've got to get back in shape. And it's like, well, I'll get back in shape if you get back in shape. I'm like,
oh, and now it's like a thing between you and your brother.
He's like, this is the heaviest I've ever been. And I was like, yeah, you fat ass.
Does he? Is it like view? Like you can see it on him?
No,
or no. He's
like,
just not working out.
I mean, he's just not having the chance to work out as much. And I'm sure he'll love me talking about this, but that's why I have a podcast and he doesn't.
Stupid doctor. He's gonna be a doctor. What a loser.
What a dork.
What a loser.
But probably Thanksgiving was the worst I'd ever, the worst I'd looked in years. And but thankfully,
you see pictures of yourself just all.
No,
you're like, oh, dude.
No, and like, bless Lady Jams' heart because she's so supportive of however I look. She doesn't care how I look. If she could have it her way, I think if I looked like Tony Soprano, she would be like drooling over me.
No.
Oh yeah. She loves that.
What does he look like?
That
he's a big old top heavy belly fat man, and
but he's got like
no neck.
But he's also like 6'2", so it doesn't look bad on him.
It doesn't look. I've always been jealous.
I'm looking him up.
Okay, I've been jealous of dudes that have like those big bellies, but because they're tall, and like broad chested, that they can kind of pull it off.
Yeah, I was watching
because they can eat tummy ham and be fine.
Exactly. So we were watching Kitchen Nightmare.
Be so for real right now.
Go full body.
Go full body. I mean,
are you kidding me?
He's a handsome man.
Yeah, and he has a lot of gumars.
Yeah. That's just machismo energy right there.
Yeah, with the bald head and everything, like he Dude, brings it.
We're going to talk about the Sopranos.
He has boss daddy energy.
He seriously does. We're going to talk about the Sopranos in a bit. I've never seen so many handsome balding guys.
Yeah, you know what?
His buddy Artie?
Yeah.
Handsome guy.
I was talking about this the other day, that some balding men, not men that, they do the full shave job.
Yeah.
But some balding men kind of, in a weird way.
It works.
It works for
Pops.
You see.
Pops.
Yes.
My dad might be the most handsome balding man I've ever known.
I don't know how my
dad... He's
bald
though.
No, because he still has hair.
He still has hair. He has like cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then my dad rocked that cul-de-sac for so long.
Yeah.
But it
weirdly...
I could not imagine him looking like anything else.
I was thinking about this last night because I stayed up way too late watching this show. It's awesome, by the way. Because the show aired in 1999. First season was 1999, 2000. And these guys are in their 30s, 35. That's what we viewed as what a man looks like.
Right, like
growing
a man.
up. Yeah. And I was thinking, that was attractive 20 years ago.
Yes.
Now everybody has to look perfect or on the full opposite of the spectrum.
That's why when the men back in the day were balding and they would just rock the cul-de-sac, get a big old mustache or whatever, it kind of worked. Like my dad, for example.
Yeah.
However, now if our generation or younger is balding, immediately they're getting clowned on, or they have their weird kind of multicolored kind of weird tracksuit that kids are wearing these days, and it looks off, right?
Yeah.
You got to start dressing like you're from 1989.
You have to start dressing like a grown adult.
Yes.
If you're going bald.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I've been in that transition, dude.
You need some bowling. You need some bowling shirts.
You're right. Total Dexter. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Bowling shirts, Tony's. Bowling shirts. I need some of that.
Some wool polos. You need some of those. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll look good.
No,
I'll be looking good with my tummy ham.
Just know for the next probably 4 months, probably going to sound way Italian.
Oh, yeah?
And just
You're
to
going
clarify,
for it?
not Italian.
Not Italian.
Not in the
We
slide.
have no right
to
do that accent, but we're going to do it anyways.
We're probably going to, and I'm even probably at some point going to pitch for Halloween. The group does The Sopranos.
Mhm.
Do I have to watch it then?
I don't care what you do. You're not going to watch it anyway.
Am I going to be Christopher? Christopher.
Why always so dramatic, huh?
Christopher. Yeah. So, anyways, Jess.
Yeah.
How's your holiday bloat? How's it going?
Well, thank God I got sick. That's
Right?
all I'm
Really?
gonna say,
Because don't you feel skinny?
I was so fat and disgusting. I looked in the mirror one day and started crying. And then I was
But
like,
that's common for you. You do that all the time.
I do.
You just cry.
Yeah.
You could look at a
General.
marble and just break.
Like, what a beautiful marble.
Somebody spent their whole heart to see into that.
My New Year's resolution is to not cry anymore. Let me tell you, I'm never crying again.
We are going to get to resolutions coming up.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about that, but
Mhm.
you're trying not to cuss.
Yes.
And the reason why I said that it's kind of good that all of us got sick is that
Mhm.
if you look at the previous show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how horribly ill both of us got right at the beginning? I got COVID. I got COVID before we knew it was COVID. Right before
Mhm.
we started that show, and it was like nasty and horrible. And then I
Yep.
got sick again, like 2 weeks later. So maybe this is like kismet, dude. It's like happenstance. It's
It's like
saying
we have to do it.
we have to break ourselves down
Yeah.
in order to build ourselves back up.
Yeah.
And it's coming to full circle, right?
Yeah.
So all three of us got sick. I got like a little cold.
Yeah,
I think you got it the worst.
I
though.
had 102-degree fever.
Yeah, you got fucked up.
Yeah, no,
you had it the
the
worst.
worst fever I got was 99. But I will say this. I don't know if this is true for you. I would imagine it's true for you because from my experience, I am a baby when it comes to being sick. I am I'm a big bitch when it comes to being
There's
sick. Sorry,
a-
editor, clip that, cut that out.
There is a cliched, hey, if you're a guy,
Yeah.
then a man cold is the worst pain anyone could go through.
I am the cliche. No, I realize because I've been sick for maybe 5 days. This might be day 6 now.
Mhm.
I hate it. I hate that
Yeah.
I feel like I can't go outside.
Mhm.
I hate yesterday was the first day me and Lady Jams have both just been in the world. And we're
Yeah.
like, it feels like it's been a month or two.
Really?
Yeah.
Like it just feels like, because like I was taking care of her. She was taking care of me. Don't want to leave the house because you don't want to get other people sick. So like just getting dinner last night, it was the first time both of us have been like outside in the real world. Like this feels weird.
But don't you think kind of I don't know if it's cozy, but like the rot inside, the sick rot, it is kind of like one of my best memories is I had a horrible illness, but I just like was chilling on the couch playing Halo.
No.
Right? And I'm just like, that's cool.
No,
Yeah.
it's cool for sure. But I'm also in this part of like, you're just an adult now. So it's like, as cool as it is, and as much as I know she wouldn't judge me, a part of you is like, I should be doing something because my significant other's here.
Right.
Like, I need to be doing something. Now, granted, first unemployment check came in, baby.
Baby. Money.
Yeah. So that was rad. And
Yeah.
I think I've finally got it all sorted. But like sitting around, as cool as it is, you also feel like I should be
Doing something.
doing something.
Well, does Lady Jams take care of you? Because Sarah totally is like,
Oh,
get up, stop being a bitch, start walking around. I don't take
Oh, no.
rest. Blah, blah. That's what Sarah does.
no, we have we both, I think, really showed how good we are of taking care of one another, because she had a bad fever. She was
Right.
about at 102 at one point, 101, 102. And so I was everywhere for her. Anything
Right.
she needed, I was there.
Aw.
And then the next day, I had it bad. So she was like, I swear to God, if you get out of bed, I'm going to beat your brakes off, buddy. And I was like, don't.
See, I do wish I had that. I do wish.
Yeah.
I love Sarah, and I understand, because Sarah is very much so the, hey, if I ain't doing it, you ain't doing it
well,
person.
you guys have kids. I think that's
It's a little
what's
different, I
different.
suppose. But
Mhm.
But we
Uh,
have fur babies.
I would have to be like on my deathbed. The one time
Yeah.
that illness that I got right before we started the old show, I will remember this like it was yesterday. She's making me like, she's like, it's not that bad. I'm like, no, Sarah, this is like kind of like rough. It's like, it's different.
Yeah.
And there was one moment, it was right after Dylan was born. I'm walking into, because I'm helping, right? I have no color in my face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and it's the only time in 13 years she looks at me and she goes, you need to go lay down. It's the only singular time in my whole history with this woman that she told me to go and lay down.
Yeah. You're like, babe, can I get a cherry Coke?
Can I get some tummy ham, please?
Babe, I need some tummy ham and cherry Coke. Is that just me? Is that just what I say?
I think that's just you.
Well, I really love Happy Meals when I don't feel good. So I had like 3 of them in a row.
A Happy Meal?
Yeah, but that's like all I ate though. Like I didn't have anything, like I didn't have an appetite.
I can't imagine McDonald's is like the play.
I don't think it's that great for you.
It's the play.
It's the hormones and the antibiotics that they put into the cows. That really does help your sickness though.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
It just really hits the spot. That's the one thing Silks does if I'm sick. He'll be like, what do you want to eat? Other than that, he'll be like, you good? Okay. You need water?
He's all, you good? Cool.
Yeah, literally. He's like, got his headset on. He's like, what?
What? Leave me alone. Anyway. So what's new in your guys' world? Anything in the last week? I mean, we did launch our episode 0.
We did.
Okay.
Shout out to everybody who's been so supportive.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I went to emo night. I think that's where I got the goo is from emo night. But I went to emo night and I'm not kidding. I had my claim to fame that night.
Right.
So many people stopped me to tell me how much they love us. And they were like, what's going on? Like, how can we support you? What are you guys doing? Even Silks got a little claim to fame. Some guy asked to take a picture with him.
No way.
Yeah, it was cute.
No way.
He's
real. How did he react?
He's so awkward.
Was he like,
he's just like, okay.
I love the fact that someone asked to take a picture with him.
Yeah.
I love that.
This one guy, I thought he wanted to like crawl into my skin. He and his girlfriend was super sweet about it. I would have been pissed, but she was super nice about it. And he was like, Barbara's Jess. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, and Silks. Like, Silks, take a picture. And he's like, okay. Like, he was super sweet. But
how was emo night with Kevin Kushner?
Oh my gosh. Kevin Kushner during emo night is like a whole other... He's a force. So he came to emo night wearing a polo tucked into his high-waisted jeans.
Bless his heart. I love this kid.
He looked like a substitute teacher. He got wasted and danced the night away. There was one girl that he was like singing like with her.
Oh yeah.
So I was like,
an emo night love story.
Yeah,
coming.
I'm like, well, because last time we took him to, this is our second emo night with him. The first time we took him, he went home with somebody.
Yeah,
oh, no way.
Yeah.
No way.
Like,
my man, dude.
Kevin Kushner's a stud.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, this is going to be the girl that he goes home with. But we ended up, we cock blocked. So he came home with us. I was like,
boo, Jess.
I know. I was like, I'm tired. I don't go home. I got rocked in the mosh pit. Someone like mollywopped me.
Oh, yeah?
Like square in the face. I'm like, where is Elliott when I need him?
I need him to protect me.
That's
so like indicative of a girl. Like you go and you start some shit and then you get what? Why would you hit a girl?
Why would you even do that?
Why would you do that to me?
Get him, Kevin.
No, and Kevin Kushner was just like off, like hands in the air, living his best life. So going with him is super fun. But I just was like, man, I'm really cool.
Well, I feel cool as well, especially after we dropped episode 0, which is a transition from the old Drew show. We don't need to bleep it. And into the Do Over podcast, the amount of support and the climbing views and streams.
Keep it up.
Thousands of people, which really, really made me feel amazing that we have that much support and so many people coming through and being like, hey, how can we support you? Which we will talk about later, but simply subscribing to our YouTube channel and following us either on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Spotify is cool because on Spotify, you'll actually see the video as well. So you'll have both options. And if if you're watching the video and then you shut your phone, you're still able to stream it. Spotify is clearly where most of the traffic is. But comment, share. That is the main thing. Direct support we'll go over a little bit later, but thank you from the bottom of our hearts. That really made me feel. It means so much.
It's super
dude.
humbling.
What do you guys feel about being videotaped?
I'm still getting used to it, especially the whole show. I'm still getting used to it.
Lady Jams gave me some notes.
What do you mean? Don't do this?
No, no. She was just like, you look a little depressed, and I was like, to be fair, I was a little depressed.
Okay. Can we address this?
So I'm gonna bring the energy. Moving forward.
That's appreciated.
That's
so
beautiful.
Here's an actual quote from my mother. Okay. I'm gonna read it word for word.
Are you gonna use her voice, or are you just gonna do it?
Okay, I'll do it in her voice. Okay. I watched about half the podcast.
All right, that's enough of that.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was on my controller and I didn't understand why it's not working. She said, it's really good. You three are so good together. Chemistry from a long time together. Jess is such a cutie.
Oh, stop.
Not sure Elliot's committed. When he said everything you do is for you, honestly, I wanted to slap his face. Anyways, I'm anxious to watch the rest. Now, here's a follow-up. Okay, I watched the rest, and I'm not mad at Elliott anymore.
There we go. All right.
It was great. I wish you total success, son. Very proud of you. But there are a lot of people that, I'm not going to say a lot. There was a handful of people that came through and said, like, Elliott looked disconnected or sad. I was like, you got to understand.
I'm unemployed.
Yeah.
It's been rough.
We've all had something just randomly thrown at it that was like a big wrench in our lives. And I was like, I think Elliott got hit the hardest through all that. So just the fact that you were able to come in and see the value in this and have fun still, even though you're kind of sad.
No, and because you never know what's to come of anything you do.
Right.
So you go into this kind of like, you're excited, but also like you have to be not pessimistic, but a little realistic. And it's like, I've been all over the place. Thankfully things are working out better. Like I said, I got that first check in the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Money.
Money's going up, sir.
So, but at that time,
that government money.
But at that time, I hadn't had a dime.
Right.
Yeah.
And so like, you're like, panic starts to set in, especially when like, if I was still back at the house, if I was back at the old family house, it'd be like, okay, I've got support. I can bounce back, whenever. But now that you're like, somebody's dependent on you and you got to take care of your stuff. You're like, I got to figure all this stuff out.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like, oh, by the way, be entertaining again. It's like, I was in a bit of a, it was nice to just kind of like take a step back and enjoy my peace for a second. But it's also like, you got to put out the energy you want the universe to give back to you. So
okay.
A little more positivity.
Gandhi.
New year, new us, dude.
My
New us.
Let's face it, we're all going to be the same people this time next year.
Well, not me.
I don't know. I'm trying to approach things a little bit differently. Like, I'm trying to be nicer. Okay.
Is it because I made you sign that part of the contract?
Yes. Well,
that contract.
I'm not.
Great contract.
Yes. Look, I'm not mean. I am. No, I'm not mean. I'm blunt, and I have expectations of people. But a lot of the razzing and meanness is shticky, especially what I throw towards him.
Yes.
Right. It's more of like a joke. Well, it's not me being mean.
Well, and also, there's not really pressure anymore.
Yeah.
So
which
a lot
is
of that,
nice.
and I always got it. Like, we had literally our names on it. We had a deadline every day. And so we had to bring it 1,000% of the time. Not to say we won't bring this 100% of the time.
But we don't really have to.
But
we can do it on our own time.
It's just like whatever,
We can take care of the things in our life with a little more time. We can take care of our things outside of work, and we can actually come into this. And not to say the last one wasn't a passion project, because it was.
Yeah.
But this, we can really just have more fun because we're free in a sense.
We can do whatever we want.
That's
and
right.
That it is freeing to feel like,
and it's also,
we can do whatever.
We can work on our own schedules, our own lives.
Yeah.
And there is more of just a fun aspect to this. So I totally get it.
I'm claiming my purity back.
You're going to go, what?
This year.
This year?
Purity Jess.
You want the hymen to grow back?
I do.
Okay.
I want it to like
mend itself through the power of Christ.
Yeah.
Heal me, Jesus.
Yeah, please. Claiming it back.
Is there gunpowder in this garage? What is that down there?
Is there gunpowder in here? No.
I don't know if I believe him.
It's not gunpowder. I do have an axe, though.
Oh.
This is Orky's axe that he got, which is totally bitchin'. Look at this thing.
Oh, I thought you brought that from home.
No.
All right, that's mine now.
Look at that.
That's
Look how
pretty
sick
cool.
that is.
Yeah.
That's super tight.
I feel like if you're going to have that on you, you should be dressing the part.
You're judging just because you have a cloak on. That's not
Correct.
fair.
Which is why he's saying he wants it.
As head of the council, the council deemed it that I get the axe.
The fellowship.
Yes.
As the leader of the fellowship.
Yeah.
Now, Elliott,
Drew,
you were saying you have something to say about ordering fajitas.
No. Oh my God. I was so proud of this dude. This is the coolest dude ever. I got asked to babysit. Me and Lady Jams were like, yeah, we'll babysit the nephews. No problem. Allie's picking up a client. Make your money, honey. But naturally, Lady Jams has gotten to where I'm 10 minutes early to everything now.
Really?
Yeah,
When she's there.
You're prompt?
Because she's prompt.
To be fair, when she's accompanying me.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're early.
Okay.
When it's me, I'm still probably 5-10 minutes late.
Right.
That'll always be in me.
Yep.
Pause. But we get there 20 minutes early. Allie and the kids aren't there. She's like, oh, I'm running an errand with the boys. I'm like, okay. Do you mind if I go grab a beer? Fun uncle time. You know?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I don't care. So we go over to Poppy's just down the street. Great Margs over there. We're talking to the bartender and she's telling us her story. And does she have a story? She's talking about how she used to work at Olive Garden and her ex-boyfriend proposed to her by the kitty litter. And she was like, yeah, we're not doing this. And she's like, and I quit. She's like, I quit the Olive Garden the next day. I started a whole new life. I'm so much happier for it. So bless your heart, Queen. But as we're sitting there, I noticed, because I just smelt and heard a fajita platter.
You hear it sizzling, calling my name.
I've never had the courage to order a fajita platter. Which I'm disappointed in myself for.
They bring it sizzling.
No, I know.
That's advertising.
I know. But I looked, and this guy is just eating a fajita platter solo.
Oh.
Party of one, fajita platter, just enjoying the little things in life. And I'm nudging Lady Jams like, when you got a chance, 6 o'clock on your left, check this out. She looks and she's like,
should do one of these.
Well, no, I was like, look like you're trying to look out, like you maybe notice somebody walking by.
Right.
And so she does. She's just like, that guy right there is the happiest dude in Poppy's. And I was like, that's what I'm saying.
There
man.
are people that will end friendships if they're having a birthday party and someone else orders fajitas.
We used to,
or a very expensive food item.
No, so I wanted to debate this for Dumb Debate Day. I don't know if we're going to keep the name of that, whatever. We should. It's a great name.
No, we are.
Okay. I wanted to debate, can you order fajitas at somebody else's birthday party?
I think so.
I think you can.
You can.
I think you should, to test the friendship.
Here's the thing. If you're at someone else's birthday party, birthday person should not be paying for it. Mm-hmm. Everyone else should.
No, I agree.
I figured if I'm ordering fajitas, I'm paying for that shit myself.
Yeah.
So don't judge me.
But people will say it's all eyes are on you because
you're taking the attention away from the birthday person.
Because it's the sizzling,
deliciousness.
When you order fajitas, that is the table.
Because it's a party.
It's the party on platter.
And it's
I get it.
Family style, go ahead and grab it kind of a thing. No, I get it.
Everybody is immediately jealous of your plate.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed that you've never ordered a fajita platter for yourself.
I didn't have the courage to do it.
It's kind of embarrassing.
It is not.
But I'm not saying it should be.
And also, you got to find the right place to fajita.
Yes.
Where you think Poppy's is the right place to do so?
I'm not saying it wouldn't be a bad place to do it, but I'm also thinking if I'm going to do a fajita plate, I feel like Chili's has to be the first place.
Oh, God, Chili's.
They were the ones
Son,
hang on,
Chili's.
Hang on, hold on a second. You've been around the block a while. Me too.
I have.
Was Chili's not the first time you ever saw a fajita plate?
No. The first time, because ever since I was a kid, we would go to Sal's all the time.
Shout out Sal's.
Yeah,
Shout out
I was
Sal's.
just gonna mention
That's
Sal's.
the first place I ever
Goodwill
saw
tequila
fajitas.
over there.
But I have.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah, you guys got
We did.
schmackered.
I wouldn't say schmacker.
Oh no,
I did.
We were
Jess
vibing.
got
We were having a good
schmackered.
time.
No, Sal's, but I don't think I ordered a fajita platter for myself until I was like almost 20.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
You take some courage to do
does.
it.
But as you get older, the palate kind of refines, and you're like, you know what I could use? 3 pounds of onions, bell peppers, and meat.
Okay.
We've got a couple in our group that order the fajitas every time. And I don't know if they
put them on blast.
I don't know.
It's Justin and Casey.
Yeah, it's Justin KC. And every time we go there, they order the fajitas. And every time I'm like, sons of you know what.
Well,
you know what.
But
Is it more from
also-
jealousy? Because you want to do
Well,
it
it's more
yourself?
so of like, where do you get the nerve?
but okay, so they got some from Salsa's in
Right.
Old Town one
Right.
time. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, that looks like a vagina. The bell pepper, remember it was like perfectly blossomed, or was it cabbage? What was
Before
it?
we continue, way to just shout out the name of the place and then say their food looks like a vagina.
Is it like a clean vagina or a sloppy
no, it's
vagina?
clean. And
Yeah.
let me say, I love
It's like-
Salsa's. I think they have the best rice.
and so Jess
okay?
was just like, meh, meh, meh,
And
meh,
I
meh,
was
meh,
like,
meh.
I'm no.
There was some
No.
seeds still in there.
But
Meh,
I,
meh, meh, meh.
I was
She's all-
laughing. No, I was laughing at it because
Why is this bell pepper box shaped?
Justin was like, "Why does it look like that?" And he started doing this. Do you remember that? He's all, and he's like, he was like diddling it. He was all, "Why does it look like this?" You were sitting right across from him.
To be fair, I think Jess kind of has vagina on the brain. Like
I think everything looks like a vagina.
Everything looks like a
If
vagina.
you look hard enough at it,
Yeah,
it
hard
will
indeed.
look like a vagina.
I think you're just hard.
you
just
know,
horny.
thank you.
yeah,
Thank-
you're just horny. all
No,
the time.
what did I just say? You guys, I'm taking my
your
purity back.
Hymen,
What was that?
there's going to be a
Emergency.
fusion like Goku and Vegeta. They're going to fuse that hymen together.
Fajitas.
Fusion! And it's going to go. It's going to go
Yes,
back.
I'm taking my purity back
Yes, you are.
in 2025. And I expect you guys to support me in this endeavor.
We do support you.
We're going to church, you guys, next Sunday.
No shot.
No,
We are. We're going to
man.
church next Sunday.
That's a hard
No.
ask.
What
Anyways.
do you, no, it's not. The three of us are going to church next Sunday. Thank you.
Waking up early on a Sunday
is
no shot.
You woke up early today.
honestly
yeah,
though,
this is fun.
yeah. Hold on. He's right. He's not wrong. And I'm not big on like. I grew up in the church. We don't need to go like too hard into this, but I grew up in the church. Church is fine, but I've noticed like a lot of modern day churches are very much so.
Oh.
Hey, give us 10% of your income, and you go to
Also-
heaven. And I'm just
also, it's like very like, have you guys seen those TikToks about like on Christmas Eve when people are like floating around like from hanging from the rafters pretending to be Jesus and angels, and it's like a whole production.
No.
It is, and they have like
I
a band
can't-
just like. But
Skillet, is that you?
I'll put a hard maybe for church next Sunday. Bring the hymen back.
I'm gonna.
I'll go pray for your hymen.
We're not gonna beat around. You're getting a big old negative, big old goose egg,
Big old not gonna
a
happen.
big old whack.
Now-
All right, never mind.
Stay here. We're gonna have a word from our sponsor, and then we're gonna get into their weird. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, that's coming up next. This episode is brought to you by my credit card. Holy crap! Sarah's probably gonna leave me. There are ways though that you can help save my marriage. Stay tuned. Now, as you heard from our sponsor, which is my credit card as of right now, there will be ways that you can support us. And like I said before, the most important thing that you can do is just listen to us throughout the day, throughout the week. All right. The cool thing about this format is that you can literally go in and out of your car and listen to the whole show. We give you a chunky episode. Now, if you want this more regularly, we do have to monetize this in some way. We will cover that a little bit later on. But, thank you to everyone who has watched and shared and liked and, just any traffic we can get, any kind of sub of any kind. We are going to work on live elements coming up as well, so we can do Dumb Debate Day and all that good stuff. So we are going to work on that. But right now, it is time for Their Effing Weird. Are you ready?
You have an intro?
It's now time for They're Fucking Weird. And we would actually have our intros if Elliott didn't take too long. Elliott took too long. Too long.
I mean, you said you were doing weird.
I think it's pretty good. No.
Too long.
We'll work on an intro. They're actually getting produced right now, so it's gonna take a little bit of time.
What about the one we did last time? We were dancing with it.
I did that off rip.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're gonna do it again today.
Yeah.
I already forgot how it sounded.
Don't worry, you'll make it work.
Yeah.
That's why I told you to copy and paste it.
Now, today's They're Effing Weird story is not so much weird as it's more so like, hey, we're picking up on the trends. This is from UPI.com, December 31st. What?
UP.
You child. You child.
UPI.
UP.
You private investigator, you.
The Metro Richmond Zoo in Virginia is asking for the public's help to choose a name for its newborn pygmy hippo.
Aw.
Jess.
What?
Jess. Moodang.
Moodang.
They're trying to get in on the Moodang fame.
No one can be.
Is it a boy or a girl hippo? Do you know?
The female baby, born December 9th to parents Iris and Corwin, is currently in an off-exhibit area with her mother to give the pair time to bond before going on public display.
All right, well, Poo Dong's out of the question.
I think Poo Dong's good.
Poo Dong is for a boy hippo.
That's a boy hippo.
Yeah.
You can cast a vote in an online poll. So I'm going here to see if they have. Sometimes they'll have like the
names already set up.
So
Yeah.
here are the names that are in a big lead.
Okay.
Omi,
Cute.
Poppy,
Oh, cute.
Juniper.
That's too long.
Here's my favorite though. Hammy May.
Okay. Hammy May it is.
I like tummy ham.
I like tummy ham.
I'm leaning ham.
I'm leaning towards ham too. Hammy May, I think it's 32% right now. It's actually the second largest.
What's the first?
No,
Poppy.
Now,
Oh,
where'd you
okay.
say the zoo was at?
Richmond, Virginia.
Okay, yeah. Hammy May sounds Virginia-esque.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Hammy May.
Hammy May. Mhm.
Get off that damn hog, Hammy May.
Yep.
Is that a Virginia accent? What
I don't
accent?
know.
Does
I don't
Virginia have an accent?
I don't even know what Virginia.
They got
like.
those. They got those spooky mountains, right?
Yes, the Appalachian.
Yeah, that's spooky.
Only thing I know about Virginia is my brother got shot in Virginia.
Period.
So, that's it.
Honestly, that sounds really fun. I think we should probably go to Virginia and visit Hammy May.
I mean,
Go on a trip.
Yeah.
Do a podcast from the zoo.
Yes, and we can interview Hammy May.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Do you think that Hammy May has the potential to hit that Moodang sauce?
Nobody can be Moodang.
No.
Nobody.
Is that still a thing? No.
I haven't heard a lot about
No.
Moodang recently, but
She had her moment.
as long
She
as she
had her
doesn't have a
moment.
drug overdose, I think we'll be okay. It's the problem with those childhood stars.
You're-
You know, they always
No, you're
they go down
right.
a slippery slope.
You're right.
Yeah. If they don't start boozing, and that's why Freddie, with Frankie Muniz,
Oh, yeah.
that guy's a G, dude. I was watching an interview with him the other day. He was on Steve-O's podcast. Shout out Steve-O. And he was talking about how he never got into drugs, never got into drinking. He liked driving fast cars or something like that. But when he was a kid, this is like when someone is clearly an adult before they're an adult, right? When he was a child, he was working with like a talent agency and like he had people, right?
Yeah.
Money people. In downtown LA, he was like, you know what we should do? Because this is what he's thinking. He's like, you know what we should do? We should buy up a bunch of parking lots, have an affordable parking structure for people because downtown LA, it's notoriously hard to find parking lots. So let's buy up like a few with all this Frankie Muniz money. Okay. Malcolm in the middle cash.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and just buy up like 5 or 6 of these things and we'll just sit on them. It'll collect money. So like his thinking is it'll just be a renewing source of income.
Yeah, he's always going to have money coming his way.
Right. Held it for like 10, 15, 20 years. And then it became some of the hottest spots to develop in downtown LA. Sold it for millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Good for him.
And dude, if I was Frankie Muniz, had a hit show on television, I would be banging strippers. doing cocaine at a very young age,
yeah.
I would be dead. I would be that
You would not have been a good child
You would not
star.
have been Agent Cody Banks.
No.
That's what you not have been, yeah.
Bro, you're talking to someone that wasn't famous, that had zero money, that was doing like...
And you had a very loving family.
Loving family, normal, loving family. And I was like, nah, I'm hardcore. Yeah, smoke cigarettes. Right? I had all this darkness and angst out of nowhere.
Yeah.
My dad and my mother are like the nicest people you've ever met.
Pretty damn nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just went through a self-destructive kind of... So I think maybe I didn't have those opportunities when I was young because of how self-destructive I would have been.
Well, let's hope Hammy May doesn't have those same influences.
Hammy May is going to be good. I know what they're trying to do, though. They're trying to hit that mood dang sauce.
Yeah, but they're like 4 months too late.
I know. The trend's gone. No one cares about the hippo anymore. Pygmy hippo.
If you have a trend going, you have to hit it within 48 hours. Otherwise, you've missed the trend.
You've missed it.
Well,
and that's too bad because some trends are funnier than others.
And we still never got our Moodang tattoos.
We didn't. Now, that's still on the table.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's
Are
not.
we gonna
There's
do
cameras
that?
on the table.
Well, no, there's cameras on the table. I'm talking about like us actually making good on the mood dang tattoo.
Like losing weight.
No, remember? Because you totally cheated, so
I
you
didn't
lost.
cheat.
Oh, yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
I have you on video eating pizza.
You told me I could.
That was for me to
also
get you in an entrapment situation in which you ate pizza so then you have to get the tattoo.
Imagine I didn't eat that pizza but was given that huge shot. It was literally like a glass of vodka that was like full, half full.
That's typically how shots come.
Yeah.
In a glass full.
It was like a glass. It wasn't like a shot.
It was not a shot. And imagine I took that and didn't
like
eat.
a 12-ounce cup.
I would
like, here you go. Here's your shot.
I would have fallen off the stage. Could have been good content.
We weren't even on the stage.
We
were on the stage.
Drew was on the stage.
No,
look. That's true. We were like...
we had drunkie... Hold on.
I was sober. And Drew was just like, no.
we had Drunky Magoo.
I was not Drunky Magoo.
You handle booze in a very light manner, okay?
I don't drink enough.
You don't drink enough. So when you get booze in your system, you become like, yeah, you know what I mean? And then Elliott, the last time we did stage announcements, said the wrong name of the band.
That was like 4 years ago.
It still matters.
And not true because I was doing stage announcements for other events and they were totally fine.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit nervous.
No, what I was doing though, because it was, I would purposely get the name wrong in front of Drew because it didn't be like, don't you mess it up again. Not going to mess it up with Slaking Slack Slundays. It's like, I can't trust you, man.
I can't. I didn't. So I remember going like this and then going.
No, you went Rue, and then like gave me the mic, but I was like, you just said the band that you wanted me to say.
I took that right back. I said, bam!
Back,
and she was just like,
yeah. Anyways, so here's our of the day question.
Okay.
And this is going to be a highly debated topic. Now that we are in the podcast format, we can curse.
Mm-hmm.
And now we said hard PG-13, light R.
No hard R's.
No hard R's. And yeah, no. No hard R's. But we can be a little bit loose as far as the foul language is concerned. Now, our producer did an amazing job kind of cleaning up the majority of it.
Mm-hmm.
A couple words.
What noise was that? Was that like an orc?
Whenever I said it was a
yeah.
and like a or something like that. Whenever I said the F
like
word.
A roar. Was it like a roar? Like
I think
he used
noise. Various amounts.
I can't see his face, so I don't know if he's like shaking his head or not.
It was a sheep.
Hold on here, Orky. Here. Speaking in the mic.
There was a sheep for one for a bah.
Yeah.
That was the main one.
Why? Because you were being bad?
Yep.
You're so naughty.
Meme in the North was like, oh, I've never heard so many sheep, ever since I was, deployed. So, okay. I think we should get Sarah's opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see if the phone functionality works on this. Hold on.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Let's try to get her on the phone.
Whoa.
Wowzer.
Wowzers.
I swear to God, she's not going to answer. I told her, I was like, have your phone.
Yeah.
I swear to God,
I
Sarah.
feel like there's no harm in being on a podcast.
There isn't.
Hey, this is Sarah.
I knew it. Why? Okay, I'm calling her again. What the hell, dude? I told her to keep it on.
What if Jess calls her? She'll probably answer for Jess.
She would answer for me.
She'd do anything for you.
I would do anything for her.
I know. Real ride or dies.
That's my road dog for real.
That's my
Hey,
road
this
dog.
is Sarah. Leave a message and I'll call you back.
I cannot believe after I told her specifically.
Well, did you tell her what you were going to call her for?
Yeah, that we need her input on this. And because she had very strong opinions about the curse words.
Mm-hmm.
Very strong opinions about the curse words.
She doesn't think we should say them.
She does not think that we should say them. She's like...
I'm keeping it radio style friendly.
Radio style.
I snuck a B word in there. I
haven't cussed yet.
But that's about as risque as I think I'm going to go.
I did say cock block. Is that considered?
I mean, that's not
FCC friendly.
That's true. I couldn't say cock on air.
I mean, honestly.
Unless you were like, I'm the cock of the walk. See, there you go.
Yeah.
Then you
That's okay. You're talking about chickens.
Right.
Right? But
roosters.
I mean, if you're talking, oh my God, did I show you this?
What?
Oh, I sent it to you yesterday, right? That kid show where she was beating cream and it literally splooges on this guy's face. Have you seen this? Watch.
No.
Let me show you.
I was like, is this a child-friendly show? The girls are like in the background laughing at it.
I was like, what?
It's not good that we started with the C word and we were like, I want to show you this.
Speaking of cock.
Look. Bro.
The girls laughing.
It's a little suggestive, dude.
You don't say.
It's a little suggestive.
I'm like, is that child-friendly?
It's a little much,
I was going to
dude.
say, the robots from Squid Games really grew up.
What the f***, dude? I'm like watching it. I'm like, ugh, dude, it's all. Anyways, let's go into recapping our week since episode 0 dropped. All right, we'll go over what we've been up to, except for being sick. I mean, have you just been sick and that's it?
I've literally, yesterday was the first day I left the house.
Really?
Other than going like grocery shopping. It sucked. And I'm such a baby about being sick. I will say though, I was going to save. Should I save Drunk Sonic?
I thought we were going to do it at.
All right. Because that was what I did.
That's
like
the only thing you've done.
That was like, because that was right before I got sick. I got sick Tuesday night. So that was Saturday.
Do you think you got the same illness that Lady Jams had, or do you think you picked it up at the movie theater when your immune system was down for all the booze? Because apparently you got drunk.
Yeah, I got drunk. It was a lot. Because I don't really crave drinking at home. Like, if I'm home, I could go for a beer. I got to be out. I'm a social drinker.
I'd be worried about you if you were just sitting at home and you were
I'm a social drinker. I need to be out and about drinking beer. I need to feel the air. I need to feel the weather, which I have Daily Dose covered, and it's going to go into my day of Drunk Sonic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I got totally hosed by a restaurant by our house that I'm not going to say the name, but it comes with every sushi order.
Really?
Yeah. So angry. It was just such a lame.
So is that where you pre-gamed?
I pre-gamed and then I pre-gamed again.
I did it twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Fool me once. Yeah. Shame on me. Well, fool me, you can't fool me again. Dude, I was watching that. Some pops up randomly. Sorry, I'm going on a weird tangent.
No, you're good.
But it was like, you remember the shoe throwing?
Yeah.
When Dubbers is in Iraq and somebody tries to throw shoes at him and he ducks it like a champ.
Yeah, he's like,
So he ducks the first one, totally pro. And then the second one, he kind of bats down.
Right. He's like, get that shit out of here.
But the whole time, he's smiling.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I was like, man, when was the last time you saw a president do that?
Smile?
Just smiling through everything.
Well,
like through the chaos. I mean, he was always smiling.
When
God knows if he ever understood what was going on, but he was always just like smiling.
So the moment I knew that Trump was going to win the election is the moment his ear caught the bullet, and then he stands up and goes like this. I was like, well, he won. There it is.
That's true.
Right there.
Yeah.
And speaking of our current president, I did get this tasty treat.
Somewhere between $700 billion and $1,300 billion.
That's a good one.
I don't know why I love it, dude. I love that sound so much.
fantastic.
Can we talk about the best trend of 2024? Do you remember what it was?
What?
It was AI presidents. AI
dude.
Those
were good.
AI was just becoming like really a thing.
Yeah.
And somebody got the voices of all of like the most recent presidents. So you got Trump, Biden, Obama, Dubbers, and then Slick Willie. And man, like their like friendship dynamic was really what gave me hope for the year of like politics. In
It really did. It's like, why can't it be like this?
It's like, why can't you guys just be streamer bros?
So let's play just a little. I have Biden in the game playing Uno.
It's the best. Yeah.
Should we play this?
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know if it's fine or not. But
like, I don't imagine them dropping like the N-word.
I mean, some of them did, to be honest.
Hey, where are my hoes at? You know?
Yeah, I don't know if I should play this, man.
I think
Biden, you never got bitches. I got all the bitches.
I think you should.
All right, hold on here. I'll link it up.
Believe it or not, we're waiting for Biden to give us some AI funny stories. Donald Trump's there, and so is Obama.
Okay.
Where could they be? Where could they be?
Hold on here.
That was beautiful.
Sensational.
Amazing.
Sensational.
It keeps on getting kicked out for some reason.
All right. Well, we tried. We tried.
You gotta just get out and give the old wrinkle skin some sun rays.
So
this is so lame, Joe. Hey, I know. I just got the Doomslayer skin in Fortnite. You guys want to go inside and watch me get a couple dubs?
Michelle said we can't come inside until we get some sun. She's making pizza.
Oh, I just love Michelle's pizza. She makes good pizza.
Go fish.
It's just them all being like homies. This one's a tame one. There's a lot where they're just talking to each other.
There was one of my favorites, and it's the stupidest thing ever. It was Trump, Biden, and Obama versus Dubbers, like Jimmy Carter and Bill Clinton in an ice cream selling contest. they both had ice cream trucks, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna sell more ice cream than you." It's like, and Dubbers is just like, "Ain't no way, slam a dem a bing bong." it's like, dude, it was so stupid. I used to have like 70 of them on my TikTok, just like ready to go.
No, those got
me through a dark depression.
You know, when you're doom scrolling on an election year and like those things pop up, because they were like the year before they started coming up. Those were great. Those were absolutely fantastic. And I remember us asking the powers that be, I was like, can you get one of these so we can develop some skits and stuff with them? And they're like, yeah, we'll get on it. Nope. Nah, that never happened. You know?
You're fired.
Well, you're fired.
And the funniest thing is like, I even got to the point where I started believing them as real life to be friends.
Yeah.
Because a part of me was like, a part of you always thinks the government's trying to divide people. I'm not going to go into I'm not going to go into the whole political thing here.
Right.
But it would make sense if they were actually just all homies benefiting from all this.
I think it's funny you say that, because I was thinking about this literally like yesterday. I feel a lot of these people are like friends behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And that there's this understanding that, oh, well, publicly, we have to be horrible to each other.
Right.
But privately, like, we're all at the same poker game. Like, you know what I mean?
No, exactly. And it's like the memes when Kamala just got said was going to be the representative, and like Trump was saying stuff about like they're locking Biden away, they're locking Sleepy Joe away, and it was really him missing his buddy because they don't get to debate or talk anymore. And it's like they don't get to catch up as often.
They don't get to talk to each other anymore.
One's campaigning and one's retiring, so it's like, man, they probably are just homies missing each other.
Right. You know, and
that's my America.
And you know, those things, you're right. You hear it and you're like, man, that would be great. I think that all of us would be a lot more comfortable if the relationships of politicians behind the curtain were like them talking shit to each other playing Fortnite.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I would like that a lot more than what we get. What we get's horrible.
Yeah.
You know? So look, the only like new things that's been going on with me, Jams was sick. He went and did Drunk Sonic. I'm sure you've just been working. You got sick. And then me and our producer and We've been trying to do a lot of stuff, getting this thing up.
You guys have been kicking ass and taking names.
Yes,
Big ups to you guys.
There is a lot more work involved in this than I gave credit for.
Oh, for sure.
So I will say that it's been fun learning this new process of like how to get as much exposure as we can out there to do this. So again, I can't thank everyone that's listened to this enough. I
can't thank Orc enough, man, because I literally haven't lifted a finger. It's been very
I was thinking about that yesterday. I'm like, man, I just show up.
I was like, am I a diva?
Whose diva is
No,
this?
it's fine. I kind of figured that that's what it was gonna be anyways, is like I mainly need all of us here to be able to record, and a lot of this I bought all this equipment, so like it was going to be on us to do it anyways.
It's a tax write-off.
Yeah. Maybe.
Once we get the LLC.
Hopefully.
Once we get the LLC down, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about our New Year's resolutions.
Okay.
All right. Did you even make any? I know that you want your purity back.
I do.
don't get that. Are you like trying to regain?
I don't understand what
I'm
you're
just
saying.
trying to be a better person.
So are you trying to like regain your virginity?
No.
I don't know how you do that. Do you just
that's unfortunately.
do you do a bunch of cringe stuff, and then it's like you dial up cringe tokens until like, all right, she's a virgin again.
No. I just want to be a better person. I'm not cussing. I'm trying not to, and I haven't. I haven't cussed in days.
You did say cock though.
That's
you
not
said
a cuss word.
Cock's a cuss.
Cock can be used for like a rooster.
Yes, but in the terms of what you said, cock blocked. That is like you're blocking a
like if you were to call somebody, and I hate to break my rule already, so bleep this out. If you were to call somebody a cock, somebody would say like you're swearing.
Okay.
Don't swear.
So I guess I mean no F words, no S words.
Ooh. Can you add this sounder in at some point? The black guy from Storage Wars that's like, watch your profanity.
Oh, yeah. Profanity. yeah. I can't.
The best part, have you ever seen like the full clip of that?
No.
Most people just do the watch.
Right.
But like they're in the storage room or the storage thing unit, and this guy's like, what the blank even is that? And he's like, watch your profanity. He's like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. like totally apologized for it. It's like, that's the funniest part.
See, that's what I'm trying to do. So that's where my claim to purity is coming back. I'm just going to speak nicer. I think I want to be more ladylike.
Well, since we're on the subject of profanity.
There's your t-shirt. Profanities.
Since we are on the subject of profanity, let's go ahead and call Sarah. I think she of course,
she gonna open up. She gonna be vulnerable with us.
When I needed her, she was not available, but now she texted me 5 minutes later saying that she is. So let's call her.
Okay.
Did he just say you have 2 inches?
2 bars.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Sarah, it was weird. Orc just said Drew had 2 inches.
No.
It was very weird.
Oh my gosh. How does he know?
Can you confirm?
Orc just did.
Hold on. I'm trying to get it. I don't know if there's levels on this.
Sarah, how have you been?
How you been, Sarah?
As our good friends from
Good.
Stain would say, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Has Drew been
no.
nice? According to the contract, has Drew been nice?
He hasn't complained about no gifts yet, but
All right.
an opportunity to get a gift.
Well, it also really Sarah, I got to say, you really saved my bacon with that contract because I got out of it for like a decade.
I know. You should have done the same.
Well, Sarah,
Jess is
Drew's gonna come after you next.
Jess is going to have to anchor financially all of his gifts.
I am very happy with my gift. And like Sarah said, until gift giving season comes back, we'll have to wait and find out. But we have our wedding anniversary on the 21st, and we have my birthday on March 1st. So we'll see how I'm taking it, signing that contract. But for right now, we're fine. But the reason why I'm calling you, Sarah, is because I want to know, you had strong opinions about us cussing on the podcast.
It'd be really funny if she just didn't have any opinions at all.
Just keep your mouth shut. No, I don't like the cussing.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't like it. It doesn't need it.
See, I
You guys
agree.
are smart enough to not try to have like another angle.
It's very barbaric.
Well, it's not. Okay.
It is.
I don't want it
No,
to be like.
you just need to yourself.
Well, Drew's a bit of a raunchster.
He
You know,
is
you know, like, I mean, he's from Hidden Valley Ranch. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, he's looking for that little extra raunch.
I want that extra ranch spice.
He's like, nacho cheese, get that out of my face. I want that cool raunch, you know?
Look, I understand that a lot of people did listen to us with their kids and stuff like that. Like that one screaming. You hear that?
I thought she just cussed.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like Dylan's cussing in the background. What did she just say?
Probably following what you say. I don't know.
I don't cuss at the house.
I thought you were in the Navy because
Yes,
you cuss
you
like
do.
a sailor.
You do
Yes,
cuss
you do.
at the house. Yes, you do.
I don't cuss all the
you
time.
do.
We will
all
be.
the time.
You call me when you're at home because I can hear the commotion in the background, and you f-bomb every other word.
Not in front of the kids.
Yes,
You
he
cuss at me?
does.
Not in front
Yes,
of the kids.
you do, Drew. and
Okay,
I have
hold
to
on.
like correct you, and you're all stop bring me.
All right, listen.
I love that within 3 minutes of a phone call, we've already fallen off the rails.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know. We are. Okay, fine.
I know.
Your
but
vote.
we do.
But here's the problem. I've had a couple of votes also for raunch.
I
Hidden
think we
Valley
can.
Raunch.
I think we can be Hidden Valley Raunch without being like f-bomb, f-bomb, f-bomb.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll try to keep it as cool as possible, and like the uncensored versions of this will be going up on a Patreon, which we'll talk about later. But just for you, Sarah, we'll keep it clean. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Love you.
You and your
Well,
big boobies.
Then the girls can't listen either.
I know,
the
but
girls can't. I can't play with.
We
girls
need to get the next
around.
generation of audience members.
That
Drew.
you are right. We gotta.
No,
We
Yeah.
gotta get them young.
Yeah. No, you are right.
I know. And keep it clean.
All right, Boobs McGee. Love you.
I asked Drew if he wanted to go to
Right,
church
2
with me.
inchers.
Yes.
Sarah, we're all going to church next Sunday.
Okay. Yay.
We got Bible thumper Jess over here.
She's gonna get. She was talking about bringing her purity back and her hymen
Yeah.
mending itself through the
like-
power of Christ.
She's like, so we're getting rid of the gays.
I disappear into thin air.
yeah, it's gone. All right, love you, Sarah.
Love you.
Bye,
Okay, love you
sirs.
guys. Bye.
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 All right. Well, that's also testing the phone functionality.
Sounds good.
That was
Sounds
such a
good.
slave.
I mean,
Sounds good.
it works. So we are working on how we're gonna get stuff live, right? Like how we can actually get it live to have live feedback, probably through Twitch and Instagram Live, and utilizing the phone functionality on this board, we can actually get people on the phone. So we're gonna do more of that a little bit later on. And coming up next, we're gonna get to our Not As Fake News. We will be right back. This episode is brought to you by my credit card. Holy crap! Sarah's probably gonna leave me. There are ways, though, that you can help save my marriage. Stay tuned. Thanks again for your support. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you for consuming, even though Elliott goes, ugh.
Consuming sounds a little vulgar.
I just like the fact that people are enjoying what we're doing right now with the Do Over podcast.
Dude, that's that raunch that Drew brings.
That
Yeah, that
Hidden
raunch.
Valley
Consume, all
raunch.
consuming.
Yes.
And he's
We
sitting
will-
back like
Eat it.
all consuming.
Oh my god, guys! Please, there's a woman. There's a woman.
Purity. Fusion. Hymen goes like this. Right back. Anyways, I got an intro for Not As Fake News. You ready?
Okay. Is it a real one or is it another fake one?
No, it's a real one. It's time to
Yeah,
do
okay.
Not As Fake News. We would have proper intros, but Elliott took too long. You took forever. Blame Elliott.
You said you were doing news. Hang on a second.
I'm sorry.
Hang on. Is the only intro that you actually have done the TV one?
I'm not producing him, Elliott. I just threw that together because I had something to go on. You took a week to give me
I
everything.
gave you two. You said, hey, when you got a second, here's breaking news. Drew asked me, hey, send me the stuff over in an email. I sent it within seconds. And then he was
I've
like,
been asking for a week.
and then he was like, yeah, but if you have like any more.
It's been a lot of work, man. It's Been a lot of work to get this going. So anyways.
All right.
It is now time for Not As Fake News. So I'm going to start off.
No, I'm going to start.
All right.
All right.
Go for it.
No. You really been spearheading this one. Why don't you start it?
You can start.
All right. I don't want to. All right. We'll talk about President Biden. He was handing out a couple of medals, the latest batch of medals of freedom.
Medals of freedom,
which should just be like, you know how like in
the Dubber Award.
It really should be like, you know,
so much freedom.
No, like, you know, in the NFL, it's like the Walter Payton Award,
right,
and they give like they put somebody's name on it. Like the NBA did like the Kobe Bryant like MVP award,
right,
or the Magic Johnson award. They should do that with former presidents.
They should.
Like,
yeah, it should
like
be W.
The Medal of Freedom. When you think of freedom, what president are you thinking?
Dubber.
It's Dubbers.
It's Dubbers.
yeah.
It's Dubbers.
Like if you wanted to do like the Medal of Excellence, you could do like Lincoln or something.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. All right. But Lionel Messi, Hillary Clinton, okay. Denzel Washington got one.
Okay.
Which shout out Denzel.
As he should.
Shout out
As he
Denzel.
should.
And then Michael J. Fox got one. So I mean, like,
Messi is interesting.
He's been here for like 3 years.
Yeah. He's barely been here.
That
right?
being said, way more people are watching MLS soccer.
That's what I heard. And is he still with the Miami team?
Yeah, Miami FC.
Yeah.
Him and Beckham just chilling.
Really?
And it's so funny. It's so funny to watch, like, when the stars actually come over.
Right.
And Messi's probably like 4 years past his prime.
Right. Yeah.
Granted, his game is so transcendent that he'll always be good wherever he goes. But like, it's so effortless to him.
I do like that we have now become like the retirement league.
We should be.
But that's okay.
I 100%
that
agree.
will inspire younger people to be dope at this. I see, because you know what I watched? I did not talk about this on TV, on the radio. I watched the Green Street
Hooligans?
Yes.
Dude, that movie's awesome.
Amazing.
That movie's sick.
Green Street with like Charlie Hunnam and Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
Okay. It is awesome. And I see the fervor over like them latching on to their representative soccer club or, you know, football club. And dude,
it's their life.
It's their life. And I would love to be into something that much. Like, I want to love it, but we just don't have that fervor here. The NFL does. But not to that degree, dude.
But also
Raiders fans, maybe, but
no, but I think what helps is England is such a compact country.
Right.
So like London alone has 4 or 5 clubs.
Yeah.
So these are your neighbors that you have feuds with. These are the people you grow up on. These are turf wars.
Yeah, they're like these fucking Welshmen.
Right, exactly. And so like America's such a huge country though. We don't really have that. And also the MLS is the retirement home for a lot of star players.
Right. Yeah.
So once we start getting real stars to want to actually play here in their prime, and, you know, the talent boost up a bit, because we had that. We had an Italian player who played for Toronto FC, Giovanni, I think. And he would he'd have a direct line to score. He'd take the scenic route just to meg players because he was that much better.
Are you serious?
He was in his prime.
I love that.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
No, but
who else got the award?
Let's see. Jose Andres, Bono, Jane Goodall. Let's see. There's been a few other.
Did you say Bill Nye?
Yeah, Bill Nye got it. Bill Nye, the science guy. Which do you have it ready?
I do.
Because they weren't aware of the Chinese intro edit. And so I'm trying my best not to be insensitive. I don't think they have L's in their alphabet.
I don't think the sound of an L
Right.
And I think
is
that's
in
with
Mandarin
and I
Yeah.
think that's
or
with
Cantonese.
I think that's with other Asian alphabets and languages as well. So it sounds like beer.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to say something that's going to, again, sound insensitive, but
We're trying here.
Look, this is my understanding. I could be wrong. But the reason why South Korean people, when they learn English, have an easier time with the dialect is because they do have the L and R sounds in their language. Now, I can be wrong about that. And now that we're on the internet, I'm sure someone's Googling right now. But understand that this is from my understanding, because if you look at a lot of the South Korean like actors and pop stars that come out of there, some are born here and then go overseas to like do the pop star shit.
Right.
But some people that are there that learn English become very, very fluid or fluent in English, but it sounds like it's
still like their second language.
Like, yeah. So this is the Bill Nye the Science Guy Chinese intro. This is what they were airing in China. You ready?
Rad. Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
I didn't know that part.
You know,
beer.
I'm going to be honest. I wish this was our intro.
I do too.
This is way more hype than the other one.
That's Elliott's like life intro though. Beer.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Beer.
No, have you guys ever? So, I took Mandarin in high school.
Yeah.
You know, for 2 years.
Yeah, that
which
was.
I've retained maybe like 5 words total. But we got to watch movies in Mandarin, and we got to watch Mulan. Jackie Chan is the voice actor in Chinese.
That's dope.
You mean Daddy?
Oh, we're gonna get to that.
So like when
what
they're
a convert we have over here.
So when he's singing "Make a Man Out of You," he's piping.
Oh yeah,
out.
no, he sings.
He's an incredible singer.
He sings.
I mean, Jackie Chan's just an incredible human being.
Yeah. If you look at like kind of what they've done in the past, like where he comes from this. From what I understand, it wasn't like there's martial arts involved, but it's almost like a performative ballet school that does the performative martial arts
like
stuff.
Choreography foo.
Basically, yes. It was him and I think Simo Young, I think is what his name is. But there was like a group of them that were growing up in the game. And like all of these dudes became huge stars in China, and Jackie Chan doing his own stunts and stunt coordinating, like that guy.
I just learned that he can do that. He just does all his own.
He does all his own. Yeah. That guy's crazy.
I'm like in love.
Do you think
with
in like
right
Drunken Master he was just getting lit?
I would like to think. I love Drunken Master. I love Drunken Master.
And that was young.
That was young Jackie Chan. He
was
like
young Jack.
20, 21 years old, just rocking fools, just all. I'm just like, yeah, just drinking, getting drunk. And he like powers up from drinking alcohol. In the very end scene, there's like these vats of like, what is it? It's like some fluid that they're using for like a construction site. And he just starts chugging it so he can get his powers to beat it out of everyone. Oh God, it's so good.
It's like 100 proof, and he just throws it back, blacked out, drunk, just whooping ass.
So again, from UPI.com, December 31st, a Missouri man asked a gas station clerk to pick out a lottery ticket for him. Ended up winning $2 million from a scratch off.
Wow.
The man told Missouri lottery officials he stopped for gas at the Quick Trip station at Kings Highway Boulevard in St. Louis. Ended up buying a 200X cash scratch-off ticket. He's all, I asked the clerk for my $20 ticket. This was the one he picked. The man scratched his ticket in the parking lot and discovered that he was a $2 million winner. I couldn't believe it, he recalled. I looked at it at least 30 times to make sure it was real. The winner did not reveal whether he has any immediate plans for his prize money. This is why this is a problem. Did he not walk in there and say, hey, bud, I'm going to buy you a car?
Right.
Yeah, that's
he deserves some of that.
How much you giving the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 20 grand?
Oh, if I won.
I think he deserves more than that.
If I won $2 million, if I was like,
because you got to remember with tax.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, clerk.
Yeah.
Pick out a ticket for me.
Yeah.
And they give me for my $20, $2 million. I will bare minimum after taxes give him 50 grand.
Yeah.
Bare minimum, probably more.
Yeah.
Like, or buy them. I'd be like, what do you need? Down payment on a house,
right.
Your debt cleared, a car. Like what are we working with here?
Mm-hmm.
And I would do something amazingly impactful for that person. Here's my problem with like these assholes that end up winning the lottery.
Yeah.
I never hear stories about like people going and taking care of the person that sold them the ticket.
I know.
And I don't know why. Like you hear sometimes like, oh, I give them 10 grand.
If, like your place has the winning lottery ticket, don't you get something?
You get a percentage, but the store, but a lot of these clerks don't own the store.
Yeah.
Right, I get you.
They're employees, dude. Like help a brother out, dude. I mean, that exchange is crazy to me. Did you have another story, Elliott?
Yeah, it was keeping it in the fun Hollywood news. Tom Holland's been in the news, and he's one of those celebrities that is never in any bad news, which is good.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of us felt like he was going to have the trajectory of like a Timothée Chalamet. He's kind of like a B version of that, I think.
I think the difference is, and I'm not saying that Tom Holland isn't a great actor. He is.
No, I think he's a solid actor.
Timothée Chalamet is like the greatest actor of the younger generation.
Yeah.
He is by far, hands down, the best actor working right now. That is my opinion. Daniel Day-Lewis is no longer acting.
True.
He's retired. The range and what Timothée Chalamet can do, I think how natural he is at what he does. I think he's the best actor working by far. By far.
I think he's a damn good one. But Tom Holland, in a recent interview, they were like, hey, Spider-Man 4 is along the way. He seemed to really love the script. Everything's looking rock and roll. We love that. When are you thinking about like hanging it up, calling it quits? He's like, the second I get kids, I'm doing two things. I'm being a dad and I'm golfing.
I like that.
And I was like, this is just the most normal dude who, like, I won't say fell into fame because he was actually a voice actor as a kid.
Was he?
He was in a Studio Ghibli cast.
Really?
Yeah.
In like what? Princess Mononoke or something?
Not Princess Mononoke. I think it's the one where they're like small in the garden. I don't remember the name of it, but he's like one of the voice actors for the kids.
So Tom Holland, and these things are always off. They say his net worth is like 25 million. I'm sure it's like 5 times that.
I was going to say he was Spider-Man.
He was Spider-Man and he has that Spider-Man money and that new contract's going to kick in.
Yeah.
I'm sure Tom Holland is worth at least $100 million.
Well, plus he's in that Christopher Nolan movie that's coming up. He's in the Odyssey.
Well, and this is the thing. They announced the Odyssey, which is going to be just crazy with Nolan doing it. But like, he has done some big moves in the past like couple of years. So I understand it. He actually got sober. He was like, he had a drink problem. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to get clean and sober.
Well, he was like, it wasn't necessarily a drinking problem. He just was always out having a drink, having a laugh or whatever they said. And he was like, I'm just going to take a month off. And he was like, well, I'll wait till my birthday.
Right.
And now he's just like, I guess you could call it sober by choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so now he like sells his own non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, he has.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he has that, and then he's with Zendaya.
That's a flex.
Well, and especially because she's a foot taller than him.
I know.
And if you see them move around in public,
well,
dude, he's a badass guy.
He had a quote. He was like, "Why don't you like you guys are a couple? Why don't you guys go like down the red carpet together for films and stuff?" He's like, "For her movies, no." And the reason why is because that's her project. It's her time to shine. If I'm involved, it's about us. I want this to be solely about her. And I was like, you slay, Short King.
Well, and also, Zendaya, also mega popular, an A-list actor as of right now, was in fucking Dune, right? As a leading role in Dune. And that is, but even after it all, he's still Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that is a big deal to be Spider-Man. So you know what? You're right. You know, we're Tom Holland stands here now.
Yeah.
The Do Over podcast is about Tom Holland, Short Kinging it up.
Is he really that short? How short is he?
He's a short guy.
He's probably like my height, I'd say.
I think he's
You're not
probably
short though.
I'm 5'6". For a boy, that's short. No offense.
No offense, Short Kings.
Short Kings.
Here, let's see. Tom Holland height.
5'8"? That's average height.
Yeah, he's average height.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
I am. I'm, as somebody who's 5'9",
Okay,
who's above average.
Is it average or is it short?
I think 5'8". I think 5'9" is average. I think
I'm 5'9". All right, I made the cut.
I'm also 5'9".
I think 5'8" is a little on the shorter side.
Nah, you don't do that to my boy Tom.
You don't do it to Holland.
You don't.
All right.
You don't do
We're
that.
Holland citizens here at the Do Over podcast.
I mean, like he's no Toby, but he's damn good.
Well, but you know what they say?
Hey, hot take. He's better than Toby.
Nah.
Yeah.
Toby played Peter Parker better.
I'll give you that. This is a more modern take on a Peter Parker role. Holland Spider-Man is better than Raimi Spider-Man and Tobey Maguire. Yeah.
No.
Sorry.
I disagree.
Hey, look, I grew up with it. I understand the nostalgia factor of it. Look, I get it.
The suit's better too.
I like the suit better than like the Iron Spider suit. Tom Holland's he's
I'm so high.
It's just because of that song. Hey, it's only because of that song. All right.
No, Spider-Man 2 was one of the best Spider-Man movies.
Now, for our final news story of the first ever episode of the Do-Over podcast, first official Do-Over podcast episode, there is some unfinished business. See, we opened up some gifts. We did. We opened
some
up some
more
gifts,
than others.
And someone's was in the mail.
Yeah.
And she just so happens to have it. Yay! Christmas present. So here's Elliott's Christmas present from Jess.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here.
He's opening it up.
I'm really excited about this.
She's super pumped. She is really excited about it. He's opening it up. He's putting his hand in there. He's pulling it out.
Okay. Eltan.
Oh my God. Let me see the hat. Oh, that is good. Jess.
Wait,
there's more.
Oh, there's more?
Yes.
Please tell me there's a Zoltan shirt. Eltan. Yeah. Team Zoltan. Hey, number one. Because I'm the team lead.
Round of applause.
It's about time.
Wasn't it so worth it?
This is a 10 out of 10 gift.
10 out of 10.
I'm wearing this tonight.
Oh,
so I think the band's getting together.
Is the band getting together tonight?
So.
By the way,
yeah.
We do need to address before we continue my lasagna.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So, Elliott, I'll start with you.
Yes.
High marks.
Huge
marks.
Yeah.
So Lady Jams, fan of my lasagna.
She, the texts are too deep, too far, but I think I told you, she told me to tell you, this was what I expect every restaurant's lasagna to be at. The quality of like flavor, the quality of ingredients. That was, without a doubt, the best lasagna she's ever had. A 10, a flat out 10 out of 10 lasagna. And I knew about this.
Right.
Because I've been asking for it for
5 years.
5 damn years.
5 years. 5 years you've been asking for it.
And so we lived off that for essentially like 5 days straight.
Nice.
Yeah. No.
Nice.
And probably can't have lasagna for another 2 months.
It's okay.
Because we literally lived off it.
Right.
But it is so good. And she loved it. It was easily the best thing you could have gotten us for Christmas.
That warms my heart. And it was like
outside of Eltan the Bard merch.
Right. Yeah, that was pretty good. But yeah, 10 out of 10 lasagna. Now, Jess,
yes,
you actually did it properly.
I did. We
look at our baby girl growing.
I know,
Don't
right?
baby girl me.
Baby girl.
Look at our baby girl growing up. She's grown up.
She's grown up so fast.
Oh, she's grown up so fast. Oh.
All right.
Silks prepared it. I read off the exact instructions that you gave us.
Did Silks prepare it and be like, here it is, Silks' famous lasagna?
He's all, I worked so hard on this.
I slaved over this oven.
Yes, and I want to preface this with, I do not like lasagna.
Mm-hmm.
I am lactose intolerant and I have IBS. And this lasagna was a 10 out of 10 for me as well. The best lasagna I've ever had. And I'm not lying. I think a lot of what Drew makes, aka glop and things. I'm very, and he likes pecan pie. Like, I'm very honest. I'm very honest about these things. This was very delicious. I was worried about going into cardiac arrest and or diarrhea arrest.
I do like both those things. You know, you're eating good.
That's the next the next shirt. Diarrhea arrest.
Diarrhea arrest. You know you're eating something great if those are two options.
And I was on
We've got a runner on the back.
Runner indeed. Runny.
I was on FaceTime with my mom and Silks was like eating it and he sends me a text. He's like, man, this is delicious. This is going to send me to the toilet later.
What's funny about it is that she sends me a text. I'm so proud of my lasagna prowess, right? Mm-hmm. She's like, he gave it a 9.7 out of 10 because he never gives 10 out of 10s.
Never.
Fair.
But I'll take it. I'll take it.
He will never give me a 10 out of 10 on any sort of thing.
Right.
Will he give me a 10 out of 10?
No, because he says that 10s, you can never be better. Never, ever, ever. You know, he's so logical. I'll be like, man, like, look
what?
at this amazing thing I just did. Rate it out of 10.
Right.
And he'll be like, 9 point.
Oh, he starts with a 9.
Yeah, 9 point.
We got a big boss battle coming up tonight. I'm not saving him.
Don't
because he won't give you a 10 out of 10. Bring it up with him.
No, it's so funny. We were doing this part of the game, and we have a druid, Huntan the druid.
Huntan.
We're like, all right, we can't see where we're going, so it's like a leap of faith kind of thing.
Right.
Douche. Friggin' gust of winds me off the map, and I die, and then I get sent back, and my body's in like the Peter Griffin arm behind his back,
just all,
and like the like every time your character dies, we screenshot it and send it into the group chat.
I love that their Baldur's Gate thing is now like an event.
It's literally.
I do appreciate that.
It's one of the things I look forward to the most in my week.
Well, and
really.
it's always in the middle of the night. I'm like, guys.
Well, that's
why.
It's funny because that's when sad adults can play video games. It's like really late at night.
Late night video games is when they hit.
I'm like, I'm going CP night,
right?
And
but
Soaks is like, okay, bye, and then I never see him again.
All you hear is.
Yeah, or the occasional like
but that's the only time we can, because the rest of the time while you guys are conscious, we have to be with you.
Deal with you.
We have to be present.
Oh, I mean, be with you.
No, we have to be present.
I would think deal is the better answer, but be with you.
I know if Lady Jams is in a TV mood, but I'm playing, if I'm at the gate, she's gonna be not so stoked.
If you're at the gate,
if I'm at the gate, if I've got a tall glass of Bolgers going on, she's not gonna be stoked.
Bolgers Gate, baby.
Bolgers
Gate. I got a tall glass of Bolgers.
Have you clicked on the console yet and hear her go? Mm-mm.
No, so
not yet.
Well, so we started the Sopranos, and so I was like, all right, 3 episodes, but then I'm getting on, and I'll tell her at when we find out we're playing, I'll tell her during the day, so she knows
it's a plan.
10:30, 11, that's my time,
right?
And it always gets to 10:30, 11, and when I'm giving her the look, she's just she's not confirming it with me. And she's very cool about letting me play video games, but she's also if we're watching a show or doing something, she's like, well, you are.
Right. Yeah.
We're finishing.
Soaks doesn't care.
Good for him.
He'll just be like,
that's free, man.
He'll
what a free
he'll
guy.
just grab his headset and be like, I'm playing this, okay?
Yes.
And I'm like,
the one time Sarah walked in, and it's literally, I swear to God, one time I looked at her and I said, deal with it, I'm on. She literally turned the power off to my bedroom. So
that's so hot, Sarah.
Yeah, that's hot for you. That
I'm
sucks
writing
for
that
me.
down.
Lady Jams, please don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
I very much enjoy my time with the boys.
I need my time with my boys.
I don't get much of it.
Well, because Soaks also is on this football game with his brother and all their friends. There's a group of guys, and you have to play it to advance in the game.
Yeah, it's like a campaign.
Yeah,
same thing. I can't press on without him.
Yeah.
And one thing that's really bugging me though, Silks is too good at the game.
Really?
Silks is crazy good.
His character,
his
or
character's
he's just good,
broken.
So just
right
straight
now.
up carrying.
In my character,
you're a bard.
I'm just a humble bard.
I did not know what a bard was.
And
by
so
the way.
I purposely made my character to where he's weak, but he steals everything he touches.
That's nice.
And he can get out of anything with his words and wits. But a lot of the times, there's not so much fear anymore because Silks' character is so strong.
He just carries.
He's always hitting major hits. And I'm just like, we need a little more we need more scare in here.
Do you sing into the mic because you're a bard? Do you ever just break out into tune?
Do bards sing?
That's what a bard is.
They sing, or in D&D, it can be anything creative. If you were a painter, you could be a bard. If you were a singer, or my character, he plays the flute one round, or I'll get him the bongo drums and he'll play the drums. But I always throw some shade at people.
Yeah.
I always make sure I call people a mollywog or something.
I like it. You gotta role play. If you're gonna role play, you gotta do it right.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be getting into some D&D.
I am
rather soon.
Mhm.
Do you know when you're gonna go do your first campaign?
Yes, on the 18th, I think it's a Saturday.
Oh my god.
So
we should. Let me tape it.
You can if you want.
Oh my god.
You're totally welcome to. It's at my brother's house, and he threw it out one day because he knew that you guys had tried to talk me into going to Dragon's Horde one time to play with you guys. And I was like, no, like I'm not gonna do that. And he's like, I think that you need to learn to play and be like very, very good and show the boys.
I think the more that you extend your like outside of your comfort zone, you're gonna start liking a lot of stuff. Like when we do TV on the internet, Rush Hour, someone loves themselves some Jackie Chan now, and you were so like, nah.
I was so angry last night.
No,
I was genuinely angry
the
at you.
night before.
I forgot how angry I get at you when it comes to stupid things like this.
No, the night before.
The circle candies.
He was like,
don't. It's so stupid.
Jess doesn't eat circle candies because she thinks they're
so
disgusting
dumb.
because they're circles. That's so stupid.
I know.
What you want? What you want? Like a Skittles bar? How weird that would be.
She's like, "What if I choke?" I'm like, "Chew it." Like,
you're an adult.
You're an adult. Chew it.
It's a weird, irrational fear of mine.
If you choke as an adult, it's a skill issue.
Is it?
I have to kind of agree. Like what?
You can't chew your food enough,
or just take a bite half the size.
Guys,
you have the tools.
I did
to
not
make sure you never choke.
Yeah.
I did not say that the fear was rational. It's very irrational. I understand this.
There's irrational and there's dumb. That's dumb.
Anyway, okay. Can I go back?
Yeah.
Thank you for my shirt and hat.
It's amazing.
It's a stupid fear.
It's very good. It is a stupid fear, though.
Okay, now both of you.
Both can be true at the same time.
How many do you guys love me? Go.
Did you tie-dye that shirt yourself or did you get it tie-dyed?
I got it tie-dyed.
Here, Silks, if you're listening to this is the right answer to this question. Infinity times a million times infinity.
No, here's the answer. If you were a worm, I'd still date you.
There you go. Because you asked that question too.
If I were a worm, would you guys still be my best friends?
Oh yeah. No, we would
you
love
carry
to
me? Would
friend
you
up
would
a
you
worm.
have me on this table?
Oh yeah. You just be like
you'd be Wormica.
It's just I swear to God, being with Jess is like simultaneously like low maintenance and high maintenance at the same time.
I'm high maintenance and not the great ways.
You're high maintenance in like your nails and your feel upkeep, but you are emotionally high maintenance because you need to be reassured.
You know what it is?
But you're also a very independent, working, hard person that is like, whatever.
You know what it is? It's that outlet that's kind of shady.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like sometimes you'll see like a jolt of electricity get shot out when you're trying to plug something in, but it still works. So you're still going to you still use it.
Right.
So it's dependable, but it's also you can get electrocuted.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good way
That's
to
a
put
good
it.
analogy.
I know. I'm good at these things.
Well, I forgot what I was going to say. So
now it's actually fine that you forgot what you were talking about because maybe you had a little bit of the devil's lettuce outside. I don't know.
Who, me?
Purity.
It's natural.
All natural.
It's natural.
It's natural.
I do kind of want to ruin your high a little bit and talk about a dude that you got in a fight with because we don't always highlight the haters, but you actually fought with someone.
You punched him in the neck or something? Like,
well,
I threw hands.
Tell me the story. What happened?
Okay, so there's somebody I went to high school with that has transitioned from female to male.
Mm-hmm.
And he is just like so handsome, gorgeous king. So
so you're supportive.
I'm very supportive. I have a family member that is transgender, so I'm very passionate about this topic, especially when you've been raised in a religious household or around religion in general. You're often taught like you can't support these people.
Anything different is bad.
Exactly.
Pretty much, yeah.
Exactly.
Anything that's not white and straight.
Exactly.
And to qualify, one of my best friends in this world is a transitioned male to female. Came out to me years ago before like this was really a big hot topic.
Yeah.
Publicly. And no, not Hot Topic the store with all the chains and stuff like that. Before
they probably hang out there too.
Before everyone started going insane about this topic publicly, I actually educated myself very early on.
Yeah.
Because they came out to me, but I kept that secret for years and years and years. And let me tell you, it's crazy that happened and then it turned into such a hot button issue.
Yeah.
They're still my friend.
Totally.
Same person, just
totally
different parts and estrogen levels. You know, it's like,
and also, who cares?
Who cares?
Yes.
But see, that's my point. Who gives a fuck?
If it does not affect you in the slightest, and
well, this is going to lead into something else. So go ahead and tell me the story.
So this guy that we also went to high school with starts commenting on his Instagram post, calling him an abomination and throwing Bible verses out there. So this is when I start to get pissed off.
The God-loving Christians tend to do.
Yes. And that's where I start to get pissed off because as I was raised Christian. I don't know if I consider myself a Christian woman. I'm not religious, but I do believe in God and I have my own relationship with him. And so I believe that God put me on this earth to love everybody regardless. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
And without going into it, if you look at the doctrine of Christ, that is exactly what Christ tells you to do.
Love thy neighbor.
Love everyone.
And love it. Yes.
Love everyone.
Love everyone. And so I, messaged this guy and I sent him the verse. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it's basically, you who are sinless cast the first stone.
Right.
And you can't, obviously, because you are not without sin.
Right.
And so he starts getting really mad at me because I am over here like, no, like we are meant to love people. And he's like, nope.
Yeah.
We are supposed to hold each other accountable and da-da-da-da-da. Okay, fine, whatever. So eventually I'm like, okay, dude, like knock it off. No more.
Yeah.
And his immediate response to me is, you're 30 and childless.
Flex.
And let me just say,
you have not bared children, bitch.
And let me just say,
you're worthless.
Yeah. That's really a horrible thing to tell somebody when, number one, you do not know my history or my medical history at that.
Right.
What if I was unable to have children? Does that make me less of a person? Absolutely not.
Or less of a woman?
Less of a woman? Yeah. Absolutely not.
You're just a dude now.
I'm just
you're pretty
one
much
of the
just
dudes.
One of the bros.
Just one of the dudes.
You're transitioning. You don't even know.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Not even on purpose. It just happened that way.
Pretty much a guy now.
And it is what it is. So I'm like, okay, fool. Like, no. So now I'm mad. So I take a look at his profile, which I haven't looked at. And this man, we talked about balding men, and a lot of them I appreciate. I dated a bald guy. It doesn't bother me. I'm okay with balding men. This man's hairline is the worst hairline I have ever seen. And
maybe that's why he's so mad.
So I respond with, "Oh, are your children the reason you're balding?"
Potentially.
Let me tell you, it checks out.
Yeah,
it checks out.
And this guy responds, "It's genetic. No need to be a dick about it. It's genetic." And I'm glad you guys got your show taken off air because he came out. So he's a listener of our old radio show.
Shout out listeners.
Shout out listeners.
And he was super offended one day when you were out sick and you and I were talking about how OnlyFans models deserve respect. It's a work of art.
Oh, so he still likes me. Nice.
And you're not a part of this.
I'm still cool.
You got a pass.
Yeah. Still beloved.
But we have a friend that does OnlyFans. She's a respectable woman. She's a businesswoman.
Yeah,
she gets her bag.
Yep.
And so he was like, we have children and so we end up getting fired that week. And he actually writes on my post, and I deleted it, writes on my original goodbye post. He tags his friend, "Oh man, we were just talking about this." And he's like, "You guys probably got fired because you're talking about OnlyFans."
Let me clarify. No, we didn't. We got fired because they couldn't afford us.
Yeah.
And OnlyFans, it's so funny that these guys, we were talking about it outside, because I was watching something the other day, and I'm to the point where I'm going to go the Jams route, where I stop consuming the dipshittery online, because I am politically fluid.
Yep.
Right? I'm not a lefty. I'm not a righty. I'm politically all over the place. Okay. So I don't really subscribe to the kookiness that gets on. a lot of young men, if they're not bot accounts, like fake accounts, if they are actually like young men, they are getting kind of strangleholded by these influencers. The where's the masculinity people? Oh, if she's on OnlyFans, she's lesser than. Take back your manhood kind of bull. And I'm like, okay, you are participating actively in an echo chamber of where's our masculinity because you are so insecure about not being masculine.
Yeah.
When that is what you default to, attacking women, attacking trans people, attacking gay people, my theory goes, and I still think that this holds true, you are most likely insecure about the pornography you watch behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Hey, Jams. So you're a straight guy.
I am.
How many times have you attacked a gay person for being gay?
Probably never.
Hey, Jess, ask me the same question.
Same question.
Oh, well, I have 3 kids and a wife, big old boobs.
You're a straight man.
I'm a straight man.
Yeah.
Never, not once did I give a shit about anyone's sexual preference and or whether or not they want to cut their dick off or not.
It doesn't affect us one way
It affects
the
me
other.
Zero. So the men that go through the, I'm not going to watch that because there's a chick as the man. What about the men? The guys always asking about where the masculinity is. I'm like, they are 3 steps away from joining a Grindr account, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude, it says more about you. Like the big thing right now, because I'm into video games and stuff like that, right? The big thing right now is that Naughty Dog, who did Last of Us.
Yep. Great show. Great game.
Great show. Great game. They announced a brand new game that's coming out and it looks sick. It looks tight. Like it's a total like 80s kind of love letter to like Alien and Akira and like all these amazing like cool 80s synth properties, and it looks sick. Like I'm getting chills talking about it. Well, the main protagonist is an Asian woman who's shaving her head, right? In like it's called Intergalactic, I think is what it's called. And it looks tight. When I watched it, like the little like 4-minute trailer, I was like, dude, this looks so balls out sick, right? People are throwing a fucking bitch fit over the fact that it's a Jada Pinkett Smith character. And I'm like, God, you sound like you're 11 years old, dude.
Well, I mean, it doesn't help that Will Smith's in the game. So, I mean, like...
Yeah.
Is he in the...
No.
I was going to say, is he?
There's a Jada
I don't
thing.
know.
It's okay. Yeah.
But like,
he's just there behind you the whole game.
Ready to slap a bitch.
No, he's just watching. He's just watching the whole time.
My whole thing is, and please take this for what it is. If you are out spitting vitriol like this guy, normal, straight, masculine, and feminine people look at you like you're a bitch.
Yeah.
And that you're hiding your repressed sexual issues.
Well,
like just be gay.
And it's
if you're
okay.
Gay.
And we love you and we accept you.
We
and
accept you for being gay.
Like
angry ball guy.
Well, and that's the thing. My theory is there is no gayer man to me than a man who is so actively hateful toward women too.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you're a man you're an abuser to women, for example, or like you're being an abuser to the gay community, to the LGBT community, like you are hiding something and you're so mad about it because you just are who you are. Like, be who you are.
It's like when we did the story about at Fresno State on college campus, they had like a LGBTQ plus flag up for like the club or whatever. And there was a story that someone tore it down and shredded it up. And I was like, you know what's gayer than that flag? The guy who took down and destroyed the flag.
Yeah.
He's way gayer than that flag.
Yeah.
Probably the most gay person on campus.
Yeah.
So just know, if you're worried about where the masculinity is, there's gay bars in town. You can go find that.
Yeah.
Or, just be straight and let people live their lives.
And just,
if you're really going to profess freedom forever, get the fuck out of other people's business.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. And you know what? It's a numbers game, right? Especially if you're like a young single man. If you are in a room with 3 dudes and 10 chicks, and one of those dudes is in the middle of a transition to becoming a chick, that's less competition. All right? I didn't grow up where people were taking themselves out of the game, Elliott. It's a numbers game.
It is numbers.
All right? That's
all
less
about numbers.
competition. You want them boobs on an easier rate? Statistically, it's working out for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm all right with it. Now, with that being said, everyone calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Chill out, guys.
Yeah.
God, you guys got so animated.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I need to talk about this.
Just relax, okay? Can we take a breather?
You know, I was thinking about this.
I mean, God, he just won't calm down.
That's kind of our job, man.
What do you mean it's our job? We don't have jobs. Well, I don't have one. That's besides the point.
I found someone on the internet that is probably the coziest person. And I'm like, I hate him for it, dude.
Are you jealous of their
No,
codes?
Are you jelly of the coos?
Hold on,
because I'm quite coos.
I'm gonna play for you the audio here.
Okay.
Of kind of what her content sounds like. All right,
Okay.
you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go.
I'm obsessed with creamy keyboards, and I think I just found the
Ew.
creamiest pre-built keyboard ever. I've been collecting keyboards for a while, and there's just something about that smooth, soft sound and feel that makes work so much more
What's a
enjoyable.
creamy
So this is the
keyboard?
Assuming
Those that
Memory.
sound
I've been so
really-
excited about this one
It's like-
because it's pre-built and
Oh,
looks
yeah.
custom
It
right
sounds
out
like a
of the
sex thing.
You see how she sounds?
Okay. I just got back from a creamy keyboard. Ugh.
You see how she sounds?
I kind of get it.
And like, it makes me despise her. I hate her. I'm like, why do you think that you are able to live a stress-free lifestyle?
She does sound like she's wrapped in a blanket.
She does.
That's her whole angle.
She sounds like a Hallmark Channel character.
Now, her
That's
name
how
is
cozy she is.
Maisie Lee. She has Cozy Lee Studios. They do like really cool, like, because I will give her credit. They do like cool 3D printing and stuff like that.
Mhm,
And I'm hate buying one of her products.
Oh, good.
I'm going to hate buy it
Yeah.
because how dare you, Cozy Lee, think that you're able to live a stress-free lifestyle, all cozy. Like, I'm looking at her content and it makes me more and more infuriated every single time I see, but I can't stop watching it. It's like the dumb hippie bitch,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I can't,
Oh my God, you were obsessed.
He was obsessed.
I
with
can't stop hating this person because of the way they live. That's so better than me and stress-free. And I'm like, she was like, I'm going to work on my morning meditation and rituals. And then she goes and she just does like 3 emails, reads a book, sits her ass down and just like writes in a journal. And I'm like,
want that.
Sounds nice.
I want that.
Sounds nice.
Give me that lifestyle.
Maybe I need to follow the
please.
cozy lifestyle.
no,
Yeah.
how dare she thinks she's able to live like that? See, people get mad at people for being gay and shit. I'm mad at her for being cozy. Well, yeah, I want to go like buy something from her and then return it and then be like, I'm your ex and I have AIDS. You know, so then she thinks she has AIDS
Mm.
just
She'd
to give her a
probably-
little bit of stress.
I know.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
mean, like, AIDS is super livable now.
It is. Maybe she would be way too cozy about it. She'd be like,
She would.
my
Yeah.
cells are all wrapped up in
Well, no, because then
MSM."
she'd set up. She would set up like a new thing, and they'd be like her sleeping aids, and you know, you just go from there. It's marketing. You're just making her more successful that
It's
way.
every cliched cozy thing. Like
Yeah.
she's into matcha.
Who
Oh,
isn't?
me
I
too.
love matcha.
I love
lattes.
matcha.
Matcha's fucking disgusting.
Matcha's
dude.
good.
Starbucks just released a new matcha.
Starbucks matcha is way too sweet. If you're gonna do matcha, it needs to be closer on the bitter side than sweet. Otherwise, you're just drinking sweet tea.
Is that last time I tried matcha, I was like, this is disgusting.
You need
How
to
do
try the
people, like-
Starbucks matcha because it's not real.
It's not.
It's just
fake.
sweet tea.
It's super sweet. It's really, I
It's-
like it.
Do it ceremonial.
Ceremonial.
Ceremonial's bitter.
Well, I was gonna say, is it a ceremony or is it that's like
I don't
the
get
brand?
what that means.
Well, Okay, so ceremonial matcha, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. Again, white guy telling you other cultures.
Right,
so
yeah.
Bear with me. Ceremonial, there used to be tea, or there still are, like tea ceremonies,
Mhm.
and they use matcha to do it, and you get like a bamboo whisk, and you have to whisk it so it froths a certain way. You heat it up slowly and thoroughly, and then you pour it to other people. But ceremonial is just bitter tea. It's just the matcha powder, which is just the tea turned to a powder, and then hot water. Now, I'll do like a matcha latte, but it's just matcha and like hot milk or iced. So it's still bitter. I don't put any of the sweetener because it takes away from the whole point.
If you make it for me, I will try it and reassess it. But as my stance right now, I hate it. It's too cozy. Maisie Lee's too cozy. I'm putting you on notice, Maisie Lee. Now, I'm kidding, Maisie. Go keep on living your best life, girl. I'm just saying.
Well, and you act.
It's just annoying.
Can I have one blog of you being stressed out? Like, that's all I want. I just want one blog of Maisie Lee being stressed. That's it.
Drew,
so she's like, man, today sucks.
Drew hates anything stress-free because he knows if he was stress-free, he would go insane.
Bonkers.
Yeah.
Bonkers. The stress keeps me on my game, son.
If somebody said to Drew, hey, for the next year, your bills, your debts, everything's covered. So you can just sit back and relax. He'd probably schmang him schmel within like a month.
Yeah.
I'd be like, dude, I'm too cozy.
It's like,
I'm too cozy.
Like,
all of a sudden, he likes creamy keyboards.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I found the creamiest.
You're telling me creamy keyboard isn't like a weird Urban Dictionary
No,
thing.
it's a thing. It's where they sound like.
It's when they sound like.
It sounds like people having sex on a keyboard. And
it actually is a very pleasing sound.
I got Sarah a creamy keyboard for
I don't
Christmas.
need to know about your sex life, Drew.
Oh, okay. Now, are you ready, Elliott?
For what? We're so off. Have we followed our thing
a little
at all?
bit, yeah. I'm keeping it going. All right.
All right.
Well, we got to do fantasy football recap.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Whoa. The tempo, the excitement.
Hey,
this is the finals, dog. The finals.
Well, maybe if I was actually in the finals, there'd be a little more gusto.
I was.
Yeah, Jess was.
I was.
Well, there's like there was like 7 games and 5 of them didn't matter. You want You want the ones that matter?
Whatever.
I'm gonna go with how I do it. You know what?
Right.
How about you stop asking me how to live my life?
Okay, here we go. Wait, hold on, wait. We will start over.
It's fine. We're
gonna get it going.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Still sick. Week 18. Fantasy football recap. The finale. The wasabi incident. No, that's something else. We start in a battle of survival as April had to go with her full Amir Abdullah oblongata to figure out a way to finish, not last. Thankfully, she was in pretty poopy company. Jameer tried to give Hammer a shot, but sadly for him, he didn't have a pocket king, Henry, like April did, as she saved herself from going from first to worst. She's kind of worst, but yeah. April survives. Hammer fries, losing 140 to 124. My throat's dying. In a battle that means literally nothing, we get to see who can get each other golf first. From swingers to misfit toys, someone was Jake Bateson in the loser bracket, as Cody points weren't Jordison Addison up. Cody was sure he was gonna lose, but it was until Drake in sync let him know it's gonna be mine. Cody takes a Tank Bigsby, getting Dommy mommied 141 to 96. And next we have Sal and Pal Jams as they take it on to McConaughey. We're just gonna go right past that way. It was getting Mike Jasicki, whatever. Crap. I had a cheese joke in there, but it wasn't good no matter how you slice it. There's the joke. Sal gets a win. Good for you, bud. Winning 140 to 136.
His first win ever.
Sal beat him.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah. He put up a lot of points. To great starts to hilarious ass finishes as Steve went from first to buns, bow nicks, ands, or butts. Steve looked unstoppable as he was dominating his way to the playoffs. But all good things must come to an end as his Cooper Cup was filled with a full thing of A.J. Brown. Steve's team went Josh Downs with the sickness, while Tim's left him with 2 permanent scars. Steve flops, Tim winning 99 to 93. We had ourselves a tussle as someone was daring to get Kittle action on the side as Mikey was nothing if Darren Moody on Sunday. Sorry. Emergencies.
Are you okay?
No, I'm good. Darren has been Team Josh Jacobs all year, but like Bella, we all knew Jamar was in the twilight of his eyes as he chased the dreams for having a competent team. But didn't we all? My team sucked. By the time he realized, Darren was Joe Burrowed with an avalanche of points and disappointment as Mikey Likey winning. Mikey gave Darren one less cow of bummer, winning 124 to 19.
Mikey likey winning.
Mikey winning.
Yeah. In a game some deem possibly more important than the actual championship game, we had ourselves a battle for bronze. The Bronze Age was upon us as Eric got off to a hot start with Lamar Jackson's Storm. Ka-chow! Eric looked to be over that Tyreek Hill with his Trey McBride. But what he didn't realize was that Drew had creature commandos of his own. More on that later. The 12th man flew in like a pack of angry Seahawks to claw their way back into the game. Jerry the Mouse Judy hit Eric over the head with a 21-point mallet. I should have asked for a Tom scream there. As my homie Patrick, yeah, he's pretty chilling. Like, he dropped off like 320 and 3 tutties. You know, no biggie.
no biggie.
No, Pat's sick, you know? Like, if you just hang with him, his wife can be a little, his brother can be in some. But Patty, my boy Patty, you know him. He's pretty my homie, you know? But in fact, it was a big game as Drew is your back-to-back bronze kneecap. Yes. And then we end the season with hashtag cute and funny as a power couple of Jess and what's his name take on the clown. It was a David, that's his name.
Where did he
David
go?
and Goliath matchup as Jason had Slim George Pickens and he had the toots. That was fun while it lasted. Sparkles spent his Pennywise and built a championship team. Some say he had the it factor, but personally, I think he just had the help of some good Malik neighbors. And he was Jonathan Taylor made to win, making us all the sad clowns. Yeah, Sparkles, winner, clown dinner. Yeah.
Screw you, Sparkle.
Yeah, that's
Love
what's
you.
all the whoopie's about.
You know, I think what we really need to focus on here.
You know what? Fantasy football is about the friends we make along the way.
Yeah.
Where's David?
What we really need to focus on
David was never real.
That's true.
is that for 2 years in a row, I have outperformed Cam's, and you got to the finals
I did.
this year,
I did.
and I was doomed from the start because my star player that I forced to trade on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that I came up and got third, I'm very proud of myself, Elliott.
Play the applause.
Okay, I'll play the applause. Hold on, I gotta find
Wait,
it.
so did I get second?
You got second.
Okay,
Yeah, you
period.
got
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I'm excited for that. All right.
Look at
So,
him.
Elliott, what happened?
I don't know, dude. Well, a few of my players got hurt within like week 4
Yeah.
and we're out till about week 9.
Yeah.
And then you're just
And then you're dead.
And then you're hosed.
In a 14-person league, you're pretty much
yeah,
screwed.
you got slim pickings,
Mhm.
you know. So but that's just the nature of the beast. It's just fantasy football. Funny enough, though, I won my like family league
Mhm.
for the 3rd time in like 5 years.
Really?
And every time I've beaten somebody, so it's just like my cousin, his homies, and then like my uncle, my other cousins. And every time I've been in a final, I've beaten a family member. So I'm just like abusing my family.
That's pretty funny.
It's
Good for
funny.
you.
Well, and big ups to they call themselves, they're so cringe, the Goodfellas.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. I don't think any of them are Italian.
Let's clarify. But no one here is Italian, right?
Hey, but agabagoo. Italian. No, but it's just so funny that these bozos, I draft the same team every year.
Really?
Every year.
They don't even try to block you?
No, they just like, my cousin Tim gets so angry because I'll get the same quarterback, the same wide receiver, the same running back, and like the same kicker.
How do you even pull that off?
By not being an idiot. These kids are so dumb.
What are they chasing? What?
They're chasing me because I'm the best.
No, but I'm like, what are they chasing though? Like when they're going, they're just looking for star players. They're not strategizing correctly, or what?
I don't know. I've had Josh Allen for 4 years. I've won 3 of them,
Yeah.
and people just do not think to draft him. And then they're always like, "Oh man, I was just about to draft him." Man, it sucks to suck,
Yeah,
dude.
sucks, dude.
Sucks man.
to suck, man.
Yeah. So I've just been farming money from these idiots. Well, now I feel like I should retire.
Just with a 3-peat?
With a 3, like literally
with the hat trick,
I
should be like, I'm done.
I have more wins than 60% of the year. Like I'm a 60% winner.
Right.
And a part of me would just love to leave as a champion and make them just deal with me on their trophy 3 times.
I kind of like that.
So do I.
I think that's kind of the play.
That's definitely what I'm considering, but they're purposely not giving me my trophy. It's been 2 years I haven't seen it.
Wait, they haven't given you the trophy?
I won it last year. I'm back-to-back champ. I haven't seen it.
I would demand it.
I've changed my first year I joined, I won, and I would purposely change my name to any joke about them.
Right.
But now my team's just been "Where's my trophy, Tim?" for like 3 years, and now I'm a 2-time defending champ. Never gonna see that trophy.
Oh, I love it. Well, fantasy football, Dunzo.
It's in the book.
No more Funzo. That was for Royce, by the way.
Shout out Royce.
The final one of the year, Royce. That one's for you. And stay here. We got a message from our sponsor, and we're gonna come back with our daily dose. We're gonna do TV on the internet and talking about what's coming up next week and our plans to get this going. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, that's coming up next. Elliot, it's time to pull up that script, dog. Are you ready?
So hang on a second. Did he not save it so we didn't have to do this again?
I mean, it would probably sound jank if we cut it, and we'll do it properly.
No, it would sound better, so I wouldn't have to do it again.
No, but you nailed it the first time.
Exactly. There's no better than that.
I believe in you the second time. Here we go.
Oh. Yeah. It's time for Daily Dose. From scammy hoes to influencer bros. These people, these people start to be the worst.
Daily Dose now. Ooh, Elliot.
Whammy ball.
Dude, I disagree. It's even better the second time, dog.
All right, now save this so I don't have to do this every damn week.
I'm pretty sure we can cut the audio. So just do that.
I know we can. That's why we have a producer.
I learned how to do custom buttons. So we good. We good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So who's our daily dose today, Elliot? You are very passionate about this. Now, if you're new to what we did on the Drew show, you weren't aware, or if you're new here, it's our daily dose of dip. But it's usually dedicated to people, places, or things that are just horrible.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we talk a lot about influencers and crappy people.
This emergency I've been drinking is just
not sitting right.
No, I'm just like, I'm hollow. So it's just like I'm hungry. These are like hungry burps of like vitamin C.
Oh.
So I don't get the scurvy.
He's getting nourishment.
It's disgusting.
I'm getting nourishment.
Elliot, who's our daily dose this week?
All right, we got to take a backtrack to last Saturday. And this is going to be a way to do daily dose and segue into TV on the internet.
Yes, which I got an intro for.
Because yesterday, or not yesterday, damn it. Saturday, what day is it?
It's Sunday.
Jesus. Last Saturday, so 2 Saturdays ago, me and Lady Jams, we were like, you know what? It's been a while since we've like had a date day. I was like, you know what? It's beautiful outside. I'm hearing Ventura Highway in my mind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like I need some beer and I need to sit outside.
Yeah, dog.
Patios vibes were a brewing in my body. And she's like, well, I really want like sushi. And I was like, okay. Our favorite place doesn't serve alcohol. I don't get it. I wish they would. It drives me crazy.
Did they lose their license or something?
I think they got new owners.
I was gonna say they have new owners, I think.
I don't know if it's like they can't afford it or they don't want to. I don't know.
They don't want to.
They don't want to. It's very
watching him like struggle through this makes me feel bad.
No, so we're like,
are you like about?
But there's all right, shut your mouth. So there's a sushi place in like restaurant teppanyaki thing down the street from our house. We're like, all right, they serve beer. We'll go there. It all works out. We go there. Beautiful day outside. I see a patio.
Ooh.
I'm thinking the vibes are right. All right. Everything's going to work.
Vibes are
it's
right.
time.
Everything's going to work. All right. We go in and the hostess, I'm just like, hey, for 2, can we sit outside in the patio? Clearly showing I want to be where some fresh air and some daylight is, right? She's like, patio's closed. Okay. Well, then can we just get a table for 2? She's like, sure. Do you mind wherever you sit? I'm like, no, I prefer some daylight, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm so anemic. I need some vitamin D.
And look, hey, as somebody who's been a host at a restaurant, as somebody who's done the whole service game, I get it. the job sucks.
Yeah.
And you probably deal with a lot of wackadoodles.
Oh, I'm sure.
Especially nowadays. But to have somebody ask for the patio and then to punish them and banish them into the farthest corner of the room, away from sunlight, away from people, and next to all of like the kid seats where they're stacked up next to you. It's like we got put in detention.
Oh, yeah. What if you walked in and she's like, you look anemic. You look like you need nourishment.
Yep.
We can't have you types of people over here.
Right,
You need to go to the back.
Well, and I'm just sitting there.
You types.
You types.
And I'm sitting there. I'm just like, I'm like visibly upset.
Right.
And Lady Jams is keeping the vibes alive. You know, I get a beer. I get 2 beers actually because I was really irritated. And she gets a cherry blossom roll. The cherry blossom roll is tuna on the outside, like salmon on the inside. It's a very fresh roll. It's typically got like a drizzle of an unagi sauce, which is eel sauce. They drown her roll in this sauce. And unagi sauce is already sweet.
It's very sweet.
Their like house sauce is essentially maple syrup.
Just sugar.
It's just sugar. It's just maple syrup. And it's almost to where it's unedible.
Oh.
So not only are we getting like bad sushi, which is the worst, I get thrown into a dark dungeon-like corner. And then the bill is like $80.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like, I'm fuming.
I'm fuming.
I'm fuming.
Yeah, I'm about to crack off at this sushi restaurant.
And I just
seeing a drunk Elliott get mad.
And it's just like, and it all harps back to wanting something and making it pretty clear of like your vibe you're bringing in to then get the exact opposite on purpose. Daily dose.
Oh no, I'm with you.
Daily dose, man.
Especially if like you had high hopes for what was about to go down and you just got money just yanked out of you and you're just like, oh, I didn't get my.
So for us, the worst pain we can feel, and this is such like a first world problem, the worst pain you can feel is having a craving and getting the worst version of it.
Right.
And that's what we got. It was the most unappreciative meal ever.
Right.
And so that'll be the last time we go
Oh,
to
I
that
like
place.
it there too.
Well,
That's disappointing.
I won't tell you the name, but it typically comes with a roll and it's not ginger.
There you go. There you go. Now, it is time for TV on the internet. Let's go. Oh, wait, hold on.
This is the one segment audio we have.
No, we have 2. We have yours, and I have another intro here.
I have to do mine live.
Lights, camera, action.
It is now time for TV on the internet. Bam! There we go.
All right, you aristocrats.
There's an actual intro. All right, there's an actual intro. Look, I produced that one because it's all sounders and Cams gave it to me, but we actually have to do reads on our proper intros. But there you go. It's time for TV on the internet, where we talk about TVs, movies, everything that we've been watching on the internet, because through the power of the internet, the Do Over podcast is here to talk and put you up on some game.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to start with Jess.
Yeah.
Jess.
Yeah.
You notoriously don't watch movies.
I don't.
Or anything for
I'm
that
not
matter.
interested. I've also been playing a video game.
Ooh.
So
What have you been playing?
it's called It Takes Two.
Yeah.
And
I've heard of that.
It's a good game.
Okay. I'm like, this is so funny. It's like a couple working on their marriage.
Yeah.
And Silks is like, oh, let's download this and play it together. I'm horrific.
That's super cute.
I am not a good video game player, but so sometimes I'm like, can you do it this part? Because I can't. And so
because I don't know how to use my thumbs.
I don't know what to do.
It's like I have these 2 thumbs and I don't know how to use them.
I'm just over here. I need to go there, but like,
I know he's
I'm over
all
here.
right trigger. And I'm like, where's that? And he's like, on the right side on
the
this
trigger
button.
on the right.
The trigger finger.
Yeah.
There's literally 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm
You
like,
got a
well,
50
that's
shot
the
of figuring
thing.
it out.
There's 2 of them.
Jess is the person that if you take her
But
to a
one's
gun
on the
range, she's like
left.
this.
Literally.
Where's the left one?
Well, and it's like you have to, focus on certain things, and I don't know.
Wow.
But it's been fun. So
You're like, but my eyelashes are filled, so it doesn't matter.
Like I still look cute. So I actually ended up getting a raging fever during the last time we played. So it's been a few days, but I was doing really well. So then a couple days ago, Silks is like, Rush Hour, it's on Netflix. And I'm and he's like, you've seen that one for sure. And I'm like, no. So he immediately is pissed off at me and he's like, well, we have to watch it. And I'm
he's not the only one.
I'm like, no, I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. I'm like, can we please watch something else? I don't feel like watching something I haven't seen before right now. Like, I want to just turn my brain off.
Elliott, I'm with you, dog.
It's
like,
so
if you look at Elliott's face right now, he's like,
it's so annoying.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm gonna go back to our text messages because it just drove me absolutely mental.
Let's be clear. All right. Even though I think it means a little bit more to Elliott, the whole Rush Hour series.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that the Rush Hour formula, which is the Lethal Weapon formula, the version with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, it's lightning in a bottle.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. Like, all three of them were good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Three is not as good as the first two.
3 is good. 1 and 2 are great.
1 and 2 are great. 3 is good.
Yeah.
But there's still like 8 and higher. Like, each one of them, right? And I know I can recognize that.
Yeah.
Elliott starts to get pissed.
He does.
It's so annoying. Here's why I'm pissed, all right? Because we have a group chat to where if we have ideas, we just throw out like open break.
Right.
Here,
Yeah.
Open break. Silks is making me watch Rush Hour for the first time, and I don't wanna.
Okay, so last night we're like about to eat din din, have a cute little at-home date night, and he just like turns on Netflix and is like, "This is what we're watching," and makes me watch it. So here's the thing. This is where I pull in Elliott. I'm like, you're making me do this. I don't want to do it.
To be fair, that's what you would do. To be fair, that's what you would do.
Yeah, I'm like,
But if it's usually when it's a movie, I'm pretty good about watching.
You're good about that, but if anyone forces you to do anything, you're like,
When you wanted me to like streak in like a local like hobby place.
Okay, to explain that, I wanted him to hobby horse, which is like some dip thing that's on the internet where people take a fake horse and jump over like barricades, like a horse jumping, but it's just them jumping.
Yeah.
And there's like this one like Kobe Bryant of hobby horsing, and I was like, dude, we got to do this at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
Grab the hobby horse, do hobby horsing and Hobby Lobby.
He was very passionate, wasn't he?
But the kicker of the whole bit was to hold the horse in between your legs and ask people to feed the horse. So you're like, feed the horse. Can you feed?
There's that Hidden Valley launch we were talking about earlier.
In my head, it's so funny, dude. And then we got fired. I pitched it to the boss, and they're like, "You're fired.
You're fired."
Yeah.
You talk about OnlyFans. That's why you got fired.
That's why we got fired. Obviously,
you're only fired.
We support women. That's crazy. But yeah, so it turns on, right? And I'm like I'm just not into it. And then I get to see a little more Jackie Chan, and I'm like, wait, am I into this? And then Silks is like, I love Jackie Chan. He does all his own stunts. And I'm like, what? And he's yeah, he does all his own stunts. He pauses the movie to tell me about some other movie, and maybe it's one of the 3, I don't know, where he has to like go in through something.
Oh yeah, that's a Jackie Chan movie.
Rush Hour. It's Rush Hour 2.
And he had to do it so many times that he actually broke some ribs doing it, but he would not do a stunt double.
There's a video of Jackie Chan.
Like falls off like a 3-story mall.
Yes. Well, there's 2. There's one where he jumps through. It's like the way that it was set up. It's at the mall.
Yeah.
And he was going to fall through a bunch of Christmas lights and like a tree. And it was going to like brace his fall. And he basically goes and like tumbles through it and violently smashes the ground. That's one. He bounced back from that. His worst injury was when he was shooting a film. It was a Chinese movie. And I can't remember which one it was, but he jumped off of a building onto a tree, fell through the tree and hit the ground, and he was bleeding out of his ear.
Ooh.
So that he recognizes that as like the worst injury that he's gotten. But I mean, dude, the guy has
Well,
I mean, he's got it, dude. Jackie Chan's the man.
I caught myself like drooling a few times. I was like, wait, Jackie Daddy?
Yeah,
Oh,
kind of
okay,
daddy.
Jackie Daddy.
Beating the brakes off fools.
Yeah. So I did actually think it was funny, and I did enjoy watching it. I broadened my horizon.
Well, I'm proud of you. You made me so angry. You have to watch Rush Hour 2 now.
And I will. Last night.
I got something for this.
Oh,
Jams, I got something for this. You ready?
Yeah!
Jess actually watched something that is not white chicks. That is to be celebrated.
We're growing. And you know what?
The world's healing.
You officially don't smell bad.
And I played a video game.
I know. And you're about to do D&D. I swear to God.
Well,
it's
actually,
like Twilight Zone.
Actually, she might smell bad just because she's doing all those things.
Because why?
Because I mean,
you're playing video games, D&D. You know, you smell bad.
Yeah,
that's true.
You
That
go to
is very
Comic-Con, it's
stinky man vibes.
Let me talk about what I watched.
Yeah, sure.
Binged Squid Game season 2.
I've only watched the first 2 episodes, so no spoilers.
It's good. It's good. I'm not going to spoil.
Talking about lightning in a bottle.
Yeah. It is clearly a second installment in a 3 installment thing.
That's fine.
Okay. It's fine, but it's not the same level of intrigue because how do I put this? It's good. So don't get me wrong. If I had to rate it, it's like an 8.8, right? Out of 10. It is really excellent still. And I watch it in Korean and like, dude, there are some specific things that are being done with the main character, Jun, I think his name is, that is awesome. That you see what he was when he goes in and when he's going back.
Right.
The difference, the parallels, and like there's a lot of like Korean action movie logic within it that you just have to accept, right? But it feels like I wish they just released it finished all at once.
Well, I know season 3 is June 27th this year.
Yeah, and that's going to be it. I think that's the final thing.
And that's fine.
No, I'm good
Leave
with
it
that.
At 3.
I'm good at that, but I rather would have a completed story. Right?
I get you.
Yeah.
Speaking of completed stories, did either of you watch Perfect Match?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Probably not.
Okay.
Is that supposed to be on next week?
It's on Netflix, and it's the perfect match.
Okay. I'll
you
check it out.
need to watch it. You and Lady Jams would love it.
How about
you guys
this?
need to watch it.
Since she brought in her horizons,
yes,
I will take one for everything you watch. I will take one suggestion from you for me to watch.
Okay.
So I will report on that next week.
You're going to watch so much White Chicks.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Secret Level, which got panned from IGN because they're so fucking disconnected from what's cool. So dope.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
It is so cool. And it's exactly what it's supposed to be. Short stories that are representative of like a little snippet of a video game property. It is so good.
No, it's pretty badass. My problem is with that show is there's 3 episodes that stand out for me that are my favorite.
Pac-Man?
No, that one was cool. It was different.
It's different. But...
Warhammer, Space Marines, Mega Man, and Armor Core.
Let me be clear. Space Marines is my favorite.
Yep.
It is so good. I was thinking about when I was watching that, I was like, dude, if this is what it's gonna be when they do, dude, chills. If this is what it's gonna be when they do live action, I'm in.
Oh, for sure.
1,000,000%.
Oh no, definitely. But those 3, I was just like, this just makes me want their own series.
Yeah.
Now, like,
and that's gonna be the problem because if you watch some of the stuff on, it's the same people that produced Death, Love, and Robots.
Yeah,
I think is what it's called. Which is awesome, dude. Like there's some things you watch one thing and you're like, man, I want more.
Yeah, I want a season of just that.
I want a season of this, like Mega Man, dude. Like
Mega Man looked way better than it should.
My God, dude. And I thought Sifu was cool too, but it's such a small little snippet.
It was, but it was fine.
It was fine, but the standout was the D&D one.
Yeah.
The Warhammer one.
Mega Man for me. And
Mega Man.
Armor Core with Keanu.
It's sick. Like, it's so good. They announced the 2nd season. And again, I can't stress this enough. IGN is so far removed from what they are so self-important. They can't enjoy anything. They gave it a 5. I was like, you're smoking crack.
Well, they gave Penguin a 4. So what do they know?
Yeah, they're smoking crack.
They literally don't know anything.
And I started a rewatch of Ozark for some reason, just randomly, and like I'm already sucked back in. So
now, if you want to watch something in the Ozarks, watch Chimp Crazy.
Yeah. Oh, that's in the Ozarks?
Yeah, that lady is Tonka. Her and Tonka the chimp, man. That woman is way crazier than what's his name?
Carol Baskins.
No, not Carol Baskins. This is a different woman. She just like owns a chimp.
She's just like crazy.
I love that.
And then it becomes like illegal. So she says like the chimp dies. She hides it in a underground bunker.
Yeah,
I love that.
I'll check that out too.
It's crazy. I think that's on Max.
All right, so your turn. Sopranos.
Started Sopranos. I can see this becoming mine and Lady Jams' whole identity for the next 4 or 5 months.
Yep.
To the point where we're even considering buying matching tracksuits.
I love it. I love it so much already.
I'm super into this. Let's see. Watch first 2 episodes of Squid Games 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's promising. Let's see. I watched Nobody with Bob Odenkirk.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen Nobody? Excellent.
So we just got Peacock, and so it popped up, and I was like, I've heard this is a good movie. It's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
It's a stupid,
It's
fun
so
movie.
good. And I love it that he's not like an assassin. He's like a badass wet worker for like the United States government. You know what I mean?
Just some FBI guy.
Yeah, he's just some sick ass wet worker, dude.
Yeah. Twisters. I finally watched Twisters. It's streaming now. Saw it, and it is. Eddie's gonna hate me for this one. I don't know if it's see it in theaters 3 times.
He loved it. Yeah.
Dude loved it. Twisters would have been a great drunk movie.
Yeah.
Because it is
Maybe he was drunk when
that's what I would have to consider if you were gonna watch it 3 or 4 times in theaters. It's fun.
Yeah.
But I mean it's
Twisters.
It's Twisters.
Yeah.
You know? Let me ask you real quick though, Jess. Glenn Powell, thoughts?
I don't know who that is.
Okay, move on.
What about you? Like all right.
Who is it?
Oh my
She's like,
God.
who? Glenn Powell, I'm
gonna look Glenn.
I understand. He's a handsome man.
I want Glenn Powell to succeed.
I do too.
I have not liked a single thing he's been in, but I root for the guy.
Hitman's good.
I haven't seen it.
And then I guess he's in some show now where he's pretending to be
Oh, ew.
No.
You too, huh?
I don't like him.
So Lady Jams, she thinks he looks like a dolphin.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
So we saw Anyone But You because obviously
With
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney's in
like
it,
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Sweeney.
With the hope that her boobies do
Pop
come
out.
out. Yeah.
Right.
I think Glenn is very -5 out of 10.
Wow. That's crazy.
No, I think he's a handsome guy, but
he's a handsome man.
I feel like he's gonna hit a stride in which he finds a big movie that's really gonna put him on like a main stage, and people are gonna be like, "This is Powell's year," right? He ain't there yet, but I root for the guy. I root
feel
for
like
him.
this year's been a bit of Powell's year.
Okay.
It was Powell's summer.
I think what is happening here is his eyes are really close together.
It's like this.
Well, he's squinting. He's squinting.
He's just not the vibe. This is not the vibe.
You're not smitten on the squinting?
It's like this.
Is it because he's too like old school handsome?
No, he's not even old.
He's too classical handsome.
Yeah,
he's not new like
he's too Prince
brain rot.
He's too what you call it? He's too like
something's not right with his face.
He's a jock. That's what it is.
What is it?
I don't know.
Help me.
I think he has this. It's like
it's
really,
like it's shrunken.
It's really close here.
I don't know.
Yes,
but
big jawline.
Lady Jams same way.
I see the dolphin.
She's not into him.
Really,
I was like, he to me he's like classic country handsome.
No,
he's the jock from the South.
You're right.
That played quarterback or something.
Is a cornball 101.
Yeah, but like you gotta kind of root for the guy because of that.
Because
like
he's a cornball.
Yes,
yeah, he's likable. He's a
likable guy.
Super likable.
I don't know.
All right, but enough about it. We got to talk about the real peak cinema.
Peak cinema
that's going on right now, and the whole day that was Drunk Sonic 3, because it involved a horrible lunch, awesome drinks, a high school reunion, and just I wish that other studios looked at the Sega team and saw how much they care about Sonic and would put it into their films. We would have better movies across the board if people just followed what the team behind Sonic is doing. because they clearly love the stuff.
They love the property.
They love the stuff. The actors love the characters. The team, the writers love this story. These people love Sonic. And I wish more companies would do that.
Right.
But let's go back. Horrible Lunch, Daily Dose. I'm at a bit of a disappointment buzz. So then I'm like, babes, take me to Barrel House.
Let me drink more.
Babes, take me to
for more alcohol.
House.
Alcohol in my mouth.
I'm not gonna.
Take it right here.
Well, like I'm not gonna drive. So I was like,
Babes did, obviously.
drive me to Barrel House, and she's like, I feel like it's so nice out. I'll hang. We run into Alberto and Kevin Kushner.
Uh-huh.
They're going grocery shopping and just having a beer break.
Like hetero brothers in love.
Yeah.
Why were
They really
doing
are.
that?
They really are, brother. I don't know, but I was like, well, now I've got some drinking buddies. So
Right.
I'm at about beer 5 now.
Oh God.
In this
so-
sitting or in general?
No, in total. I'm at about.
Okay.
I've got 3.99 bananas just burning a hole in my pocket.
Ooh, nice.
Movie. I'm pushing the movie back an hour each time because I'm having more drinks. And then I run into one of my old high school friends, Butt Munch.
But me and Butt Muncher, we go way back.
No, she
Butt Munch, salt of the earth.
Butt Munch is a she?
Yeah.
That makes it better.
Shout out.
That makes a shout out Butt Munch.
Shout out Butt Munch, dude. She was the homie. So like we were in, I think it was like freshman PE, and through Alberto I met her because all of my friends I've met through this guy, and she's just always been super tight. We hung at. She was always cool with the friends. She went on to, I think she does something with like Meta or something now. She
has like a big girl job.
Yeah, she's kicking ass, taking names.
She's President Butt Munch.
President Butt Munch.
No,
Yeah.
but I just
That's
like
Miss Butt Munch
and
to you.
and so there's two types of like situations when it comes to catching up with people from high school.
Right.
It's either the like,
Hey,
yeah,
man, yeah,
great,
'cause,
great,
yeah.
okay, dude, great
Yeah.
singing. Let me
Yeah,
get out of
cool.
here. Or it's
I don't
like
need
the,
to know about your pyramid scheme,
Right,
man.
yeah.
Or it's like the damn, I haven't seen you in so long. It is refreshing to see you. I
Right.
hope life's treating you right.
That's Butt Munch.
That was Butt Munch and the gang,
Right.
Like her and her
Butt
homies.
Munch and the gang.
But the funniest thing about it is they're also going to the movies. They're not seeing Sonic 3.
Oh.
So they're like, I was like, yeah, I'm ripped, having a good time. Like, yeah, I'm about to head to the movies. Like, you're going yourself? Like, hell yeah, dude. The movie.
Pause. I love that Elliott caught up with high school friends
Mhm.
and they're like, hey,
Yeah.
what are you up to, Butt Munch?
Yeah.
Oh, got a big girl job at Meta. What are you up to? I'm smashed and I just got fired. We're going to see Sonic.
But I'm in a podcast and you're not.
Yeah.
Some of those details might have been left out. But anyway, so I'm like, yeah, I'm just having a good time. And I'm about to go to the movies. And they're like, oh, what movie are you seeing? It's like, the only movie out, I'm seeing Sonic 3.
Were
And
they
she-
seeing Baby
and,
Girl?
like, I think they might have been seeing Nosferatu.
I think
I'm
they
not
went.
sure.
I think, yeah.
If
he
I
was
had to
saying
guess.
they went to Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, there's a face you see from people, and it's like, especially people you haven't seen in a long time, they're like, he hasn't changed.
Right.
When I said, I didn't even finish the word, I was like at "san," and
Yeah.
you could just see it on her face, and it wasn't a bad thing. She was like, you're still the Elliott I know. You're still the Elliott I
Girl.
remember. And it was just like,
You're right.
and so I'm like, all right, guys, great seeing you. Gotta go fast. Like I'm starting to throw out Sonic puns now. The movie itself, after about 5, probably 6 beers and 3.99 bananas in a slushie.
Oh God, you were drunk.
I'd be
Drunk.
dead on the floor.
No, he was drunk.
The movie bleeping rocks, dude.
Nice.
From the opening scene, Keanu is the perfect shadow. Ben Schwartz, Idris Elba, and the voice actor for Tails, I'm drawing a blank on her name. All great.
Yeah.
I know Jim Carrey's not for everybody.
Right.
And when you're seeing Sonic 3, you're like, there's 2 Jim Carreys. It's going to be too much. It's not.
No.
He somehow did it. And the fact that you see him having so much fun.
He was one of the standouts for the first Sonic.
Right.
And like, look, Jim Carrey can be a little bit much, but I thought like a role like that is perfect for him because like you're in whenever he's doing his
And the
thing.
funniest thing about this is he said he like 5-6 years ago he was going to retire from acting.
Right.
And he came out of retirement for 3 Sonic movies now.
Which you got to appreciate.
Which he'll probably come back for a 4th.
Oh, yeah. Because they're going to do a 4th.
The animation for the characters is great. The fights are bombastic. The fan service they do for like the people who played Sonic 2, because that's what it's loosely based off of. And the chemistry between like Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and even like the human characters, which are usually the worst part of movies, weren't bad.
Yeah. So here's the real question. Drunk Sonic 3 up here.
Yes.
Sober Sonic 3, or is it what's the rating difference?
I don't know. I'm too afraid to go back.
Really? It just has to be this way.
It has to be this way. It much like drunk Godzilla Kong.
Well, yeah.
I know I'd hate normal Godzilla Kong, but drunk Godzilla Kong
is a fun time.
It's a good time. So I'm giving it an 8.8
blood alcohol level.
Out of 10. Go see Sonic 3.
BACL. BACL of 8.8. That's right.
But now I got to find the next drunk movie in theaters.
Baby Girl.
No.
Yes.
No.
It's got to be, so you got to find like, it's got to be entertaining, dumb.
But kind of a trash movie.
This is a sex movie with Nicole Kidman. You have to go.
Anyway.
There you go. Go see Drunk Sonic.
Drunk Sonic 3. Hi, Marks.
Hi, Marks.
All right. Are you ready for our very last intro that I got together?
Uh-huh. Yeah. You're very...
What?
You're very much your intro?
Yeah. It's a real intro.
I believe it.
Here we go.
It's time for They're Better Than Us. We would have a proper intro if Elliott didn't take forever. Blame him. Blame him. It's Elliott's fault.
Do they just progressively get longer, like dragged on longer? Okay.
I kind of like it.
I was telling Jess, I was like, man, I'm going to slam this on Elliott's face.
He's like, I'm putting it on blast.
On blast.
I just think this is a funny story. Okay, so do you know who Mary Steenburgen is?
No.
She's married to Ted Danson. Do you know who Ted Danson is? Okay. Anyways, Ted Danson, Cheers. Okay, he was the bartender in Cheers.
Cool.
As he's gotten older, he's become more of like a silver-haired daddy type, like the sophisticated, like Jeff Goldblum-esque, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's married to Mary Steenburgen, who you know because you know Step Brothers, right?
Okay.
She was the mom.
Oh, okay.
Stone Cold Fox.
Yeah, love her.
Even at like an older age, she's still hot, right?
Smoking.
So she thought that her husband, because they've been married for years and years, Ted Danson was a cool guy before they met until he punctuated a roll in the hay with the lame phrase. Now, so meaning that they had sex, and his quote afterwards is "Gosh-a-rooney."
Gosh-a-rooney?
Well, I'm sure he just got done doing a gush-a-rooney, you know what I'm saying?
The first time they had sex, Mary says when they finished, she swears Ted Danson couldn't help but to say "Gosh-a-rooney." And
Would you look at the time?
I gotta get out of here.
And they can all talk shit all they want. But let's be clear. They've been married for how many years? 30?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, being a little bit of a dweeb goes a long way.
Well, especially because she is a
Stone Cold Fox.
Bugatti, yeah.
So today, Gosh-a-rooney.
Gosh-a-rooney.
Ted Danson is better than us. Round of applause for Ted Danson.
Shout out Ted Danson.
Anyways, it's about time for us to get the hell on out of here. Thank you very much for hanging out with us for our very first official episode of the Do Over podcast. Go find us on all the socials right now. It should read the Do Over 559, the Do Over, the Do Over 559. That's where you're gonna find us on YouTube. Now, look, a lot of people have reached out to us asking how they can help out.
Venmo.
Venmo us directly.
Kind of. Okay.
Venmo me specifically. I swear they'll get it.
I rather you get a product that you want to support. If you want to support us, we do have a Patreon that is now officially up. Okay.
Live at the Patreon.
It is live. There's different tiers. You could do whatever you're comfortable with or not. So if you can't do that, perfectly fine.
No harm.
Subscribe.
Share.
Make all of your kids' YouTube's accounts, have them subscribe. Everyone subscribe. Okay.
Yes, all your burner accounts go to us.
Yes, all the burner accounts go to us. Stream us on Spotify. Watch the YouTube because we have video. This is video supported. Go and do that. Comment, like, share. Anything that you do helps us hit the algorithm so we can even get bigger and bigger. That helps. But if you do want to directly support us, then yes, there is a Patreon that you can do that there. Also, there's a potential sponsorship that it may be coming up starting next week.
Maybe.
So we'll be talking about that as well. So things are going in the right way. And let me tell you, the amount of people that went through and listened to the first one, it is very humbling.
Yes,
we're
so grateful.
Really made us very proud. And we want to do this more often. We're kind of giving you like a chunky episode so you can go in and out of your car.
Chunker.
And listen to it throughout the week. Because there's a lot of work. And I said this last time, there is a fucking team of people behind this to make it work. And that costs time and money. And we're doing the best we can. If you want a shorter yet more frequent version, tell us. Whatever you want, you got to tell us so we can do it. But if that's the case, we need resources to do that. I can't stress that enough.
Yes.
So Patreon.
Like oil.
Yeah.
Give us your oil.
Now. Also, yeah, that garage needs some freedom.
Your garage could use some freedom.
So here's the other thing. There is some stuff that we are working on in order to bring a live element to the show. We worked the phone today, so we will have a phone line that's up that you can call. Either live feeds during Instagram live feeds or potentially Twitch in the future. There's a lot that goes into that as well, and we may be getting a set coming up. So again, there is a lot of stuff. The only thing I ask is to share it annoyingly with everyone you can and to just listen to it. And we're trying to give you a big product here so you can just listen throughout the week until the next episode. Potential multiple episodes a week may be happening, covering all of our Friday stuff, the nerd news, the sports and stuff like that.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure that out. We'll get into it later, but I'm thanking you from the bottom of my heart.
Yes.
Helping make this a successful venture for us. And we will keep on making it as long as if you are consuming it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh.
Anyways.
Brother. Gosh.
So with that being said, we'll be back next Wednesday. We'll have another episode 2, technically.
The sequel.
We'll have some stuff up. And then hopefully we are all mended from our illnesses.
Yes.
And we'll be ready to go. Elliott.
Drew.
How many days, or I should say, how many episodes of the Do-Over podcast not being on terrestrial radio?
We don't have the whiteboard. Editor, put out a number. Put out a finger. How many? It's 2. We got 2.
The answer's 2.
Oh, and a whiteboard.
2 episodes of the Do-Over podcast not being on terrestrial radio. Elliott, where can people find you? Can you start talking to people on fucking socials again, dog?
Language.
Sorry, freaking a little bit, please.
Whoa, now we're freaking?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Always Hidden Valley Ranch with this guy. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram. I think I'm still Elliott Jams on both of those.
Elliott Jams 13
and then
on Instagram.
Follow me on Twitter. I like Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean,
bolster that Twitter.
Although, like, Elon won't shut up.
I
He's
know.
all over my feed.
Yeah.
Now.
And, like,
I've never liked one of your things, man.
Hey, go up to the tab and go to following. Trust me, that's a hot button take right there. I didn't know about that. Now I do. My Twitter feed is so much better. Dude.
So much better.
So much better. So much better.
There you go. You can find me on all those platforms. I think I'm just some dude on YouTube.
I like that. I like just some dude.
Just some dude.
I like it.
Yeah. All right.
Jess, where can people find you?
At Jess Schmidt Hair on Instagram and TikTok.
All right. Jess Schmidt Hair, 2 S's.
2 S's, not
and
3.
You can find me at the Do-Over 559 everywhere. Thank you so very much for coming through and listening to us. We'll be back next Wednesday, bright and early. Until then, gotta go. Love you. Bye.